of the Bulldogs, KJAM.
Center the outside for Jesse Giles. And Giles gets the kill. Back sets for Brown. Brown big hit the kill.
Our game is brought to you by the KJAM Sportscasters Club.
Set to the middle for Rude. And Rude takes it over the block. Passes up to Waybach. Back set for Rude. Rude got the kill for the Bulldogs off the hands of Ross.
It's time for the Farmers Ag Center pregame show with the voice of the Bulldogs, Matt Groves.
And a good evening. Welcome to Brandon Valley High School in Brandon, South Dakota, side of the Sweet 16 matchup on AM 1390 KJAM and online with our video stream at AmazingMadison.com. It's the Madison Bulldogs and the Dell Rapids Warriors. Number 4, Madison. Number 13, Dell Rapids. The winner moves on to the Class A State Volleyball Tournament. Mac Rose and Tom Farrell along with you here in our Farmers Ag Center pregame show for the second consecutive year, Tom. The Bulldogs find themselves in the Sweet 16. This year, I think a much more heavy favorite than perhaps what they were going into that 8-9 matchup a year ago. The Bulldogs coming into this year expected to be in a position like this and are expected to move on into the tournament next weekend.
Very definitely, Matt. And, of course, we've got to remember that most of these girls were a part of that Class A runner-up team last year, and that state tournament was held up in Watertown. Madison ended up losing in the championship match to Dakota Valley, but knocked off their nemesis in the first round of the tournament in Sioux Falls Christian. And, you know, they've been ranked number 3 pretty much all season, behind Dakota Valley as 2, and Sioux Falls Christian is number 1. So a definite favorite. You know, though, a couple of things that really come to mind is, of course, these two teams on the 17th of October, which isn't that long ago, met in Dell Rapids, and Madison came away with a 25-19, 25-18, 25-11 victory. But all we have to do is go back to last Tuesday night when Madison and Flandreau went at it, and Flandreau certainly challenged the Bulldogs in that first set, but the Bulldogs did manage to pull away from that one after a 25-23 set and really played Bulldog volleyball finally in that second and third set, winning their opportunity into this with a 25-7, 25-10 matchup. Other years, Madison's been in that same region that Dell Rapids came out of, and so that's one of the reasons they have an opportunity to meet here in the Sweet 16. Madison moved north, I guess we'd have to say, as they went into that region 2A, and Dell Rapids stayed in there and was in region 3A. And Dell Rapids advanced by virtue of a close contested match with the Baltic Bulldogs last Tuesday. That one went down to its 5th set, and the Warriors came away with that 15-13, but they had their backs against the wall as they had lost the first 2 sets. And that was a match that was actually held at Sioux Falls Christian, so it was somewhat of a neutral court.
Madison trying to make that 4th appearance at the State A Volleyball Tournament, and this would be first time ever for Madison to make a back-to-back appearance at that State Volleyball Tournament, which is a heck of an accomplishment for this program. Dell Rapids comes in here at an 18-9 record. As you said, the Bulldogs defeated Dell Rapids earlier this season in a match in Dells. It was kind of a slow start. And I think we said at the time that, that was something that Madison didn't need to do against a team like Dell Rapids. And they kind of did it, like you said, against Flandreau. A little bit of a slow start and maybe give a team that's the underdog a little bit of hope. So you hope that this Madison team can come out firing on all cylinders right from the first serve.
Very definitely. And, it's like any sport. You sometimes have a tendency to come out and only play at the level of your opposition and not at the level that you're capable of playing. And, like you said, we saw a little bit of that on that match with Dell Rapids. And, man, we certainly saw that in that first set against Flandreau, that we just didn't have the get up and go. But, again, one of the things that had happened, Madison been 10 days off, and Flandreau had just played a couple days prior to that. So we'll have to see how it all starts. This is for all the marbles. It's win or go home. If you win, you go to Rapid City.
It's a dangerous place here in Brandon Valley. Volleyballs are flying all over, and they nearly took out our friend Matt Larson from Big Sioux Media. Matt's got great reflexes over there, though, so he was able to grab it. Those of you watching online here at AmazingMadison.com, every once in a while you'll see one of those volleyballs comes pretty close to our camera up here. So maybe they're moving a little bit further away, which would be nice for the equipment. This Madison Bulldog team has kind of proven as the season has gone on that, they are, that number 3 seed was really appropriate for Madison. They seem to have not much problem handling anybody that wasn't named Dakota Valley or Sioux Falls Christian.
Right. Their one other loss that Madison had was against a very good Hull Western Christian. We just had our opportunity now.
Yikes.
The bald head attracts them. I remember that from coaching days.
Apparently.
But, that was their one loss that they had. The out-of-state team and that occurred down at the Pentagon. The other thing, Matt, the Bulldogs, I would say, have played probably their most competitive schedule that they've played ever in the history of Bulldog volleyball. They, because of their performance last year, had an opportunity to get invited to the Pentagon. They got an opportunity to also get invited down and participate in that Chester Classic, where they had an opportunity to go against Warner, one of the better teams definitely in the South Dakota. So Class B rank. So, they've had a very competitive schedule. Del Rapids also, though, they play part of that DAC 12, and 1, 2, 3 right now are DAC 12 schools. So, and really, if you look at last year's state tournament, it was Dakota Valley first, Madison second, and Sioux Falls Christian came through and won the consolation championship. So both these teams have played very tough through their competitive conference schedule and things.
Well, it may be a little unlucky for the DAC 12 too, in that you get two of the teams meeting up here in the Sweet 16. There's probably an argument to be made that had Del Rapids lost one more match and slid down into that 14 spot where they're playing number 3 Belle-Fourche instead of number 4 Madison, that could very well be a much more favorable matchup, and you'd have an opportunity for the Dakota 12 to get 4 teams in instead of just the potential of 3 with these two teams playing each other here tonight.
Well, and of course, you got another tough one going with number 2 and number 15. You've got Dakota Valley and
EPJ, I forgot about them.
Playing up in Beersford and things. So, if we take a quick look around, it's Sioux Falls Christian and Huron playing Mobridge Pollock. Dakota Valley is in Beersford going against Elk Point Jefferson. Belle-Fourche, the number 3 seed, is in Wall going against Winter. We've already talked about number 4 and 13, Madison. Del Rapids here, number 5, Rapid City, and number 12, Rapid City Christian. They're in Pierre, and we've seen that Miller had won those first 2 sets. Another Southeast team, Sioux Valley, is in Chamberlain tonight, a place we were a year ago, and they're playing number 11, Pine Ridge. Parker and Redfield, they're at the Madison High School gym, and that one is probably about 30 minutes or so away from getting done, because we did hear that Chester, the number 2 seed, overcame their opponent in Timberlake. So they will be going on into the number 2 seed spot. And then number 8, McCook Central and Groton area, and they're up in Watertown.
Yeah, there's lots of matches involving some teams from around here. Arlington's at the Corn Palace today. We're going to get all the results for you on AmazingMadison.com, hopefully by the end of tonight. Right now, let's take a 3-minute timeout. We got the national anthem coming up. We'll have a look at your starting lineups. That's coming up in 3 minutes here on your Farmers Ag Center pregame show on KJAM.
Have you received a phone call or email saying you won a foreign lottery or sweepstakes? Or maybe you won a large sum of money on a new car? If you follow up by wiring money or purchasing a prepaid reloadable credit card for fictional taxes and fees, you're out of luck and money. Legitimate sweepstakes will never ask you to pay fees to participate or receive a prize, or pay handling charges, service fees, or any other charge. These are sure signs of a scam. Taxes are paid directly to the IRS along with your regular tax return. Find out more by going to consumer.sd.gov or call 1-800-300-1986.
Your local Helena in Madison offers options for nearly every input used in production agriculture, including fertilizers, seeds from Wensman and NK, crop protections, agro-intelligent precision programs, and many other producer services. Their sales reps are knowledgeable experts and provide solutions that give growers the best return on investment, and their custom applications are safe, efficient, and make sure the job gets done right. Helena of Madison is proud to support area farmers. Give the folks at Helena a call today, 605-256-3973. Helena of Madison, people, products, knowledge. Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in seed technology, as well as plant protection and nutrition. Wilbur Ellis, located in Chester, South Dakota, providing As-Grow and DeKalb brands, various field applications, and local plot data, can provide you with expert advice for your acres. Grow smart and reduce loss. Let Wilbur Ellis address your challenges. Contact your Wilbur Ellis representative at 489-2171. At Wilbur Ellis, they never stop looking ahead.
Your credit union is serious about getting you into your new home to the tune of $1,500 serious. A friendly and experienced loan officer at Dakota Land Federal Credit Union is prepared to take $1,500 off the closing costs on the purchase of your next home. Not buying, but have plans to refinance your current home? Great. How about $750 off your closing?
Welcome back here to Dakota's Best AM 1390. Well, they faked us out. They're going to wait on the anthem. Right now, Tom, let's take a look at the starting lineups.
Okay, we'll start first with the visitors, the lower seed team, which is the Del Rapids Warriors. They'll be starting Shelby Applin, a senior, at an outside hitter. Mariah Jackson, another junior, 5'8", will be starting as an outside hitter. Hannah Fletcher will be their setter. She's 5'7" and a junior. Mallory Hack is an outside hitter, defensive specialist, 5'5" and a sophomore, and Sydney Stofferin, middle hitter, 6'3", be the senior middle hitter for the Del Rapids Warriors, and Jada Canupi, middle hitter, 5'9" and a junior. Their libero will be Brooke Klein. And we will, their head coach is Jessica Allers, assistant coach Ashton Hanza, and Grace Lichtai is their varsity coach.
Yeah, now we'll take a break here for the national anthem as we have that ready to go. So let's step aside for a couple of minutes for the anthem, and we'll be right back here in 2 minutes again on KJAM. Back in 2 minutes.
Power District would like to wish the Madison Bulldogs good luck this season. This is Casey Crabtree, Heartland's Director of Economic Development. I'm excited to work with businesses here in Madison to help them grow and thrive. If you're looking to expand your business or are in need of low-interest financing, give me a call at 256-6536. Heartland is proud to deliver reliable energy and services to the city of Madison. We believe in the power of forward thinking and want to be your trusted community partner and leader in our industry. Good luck, Bulldogs.
Twin Lakes Animal Clinic, TLAC.
With Frontline, fleas and ticks will take backseat to your pet. Frontline is the leading parasite control, available at Twin Lakes Animal Clinic. Mosquito-transmitted disease is controlled with HeartGuard. And don't forget to have heartworm testing done, along with updating your pet's rabies vaccine. Frontline, buy 6 and get 2 free. Twin Lakes Animal Clinic in Madison and Howard.
Hunter Williams Insurance in Madison would like to wish the Madison Bulldogs good luck in this game and the best of luck to all student athletes at Madison High School. Protect your tomorrow. Trust Hunter Williams Insurance with all your insurance needs. Hunter Williams Insurance is a proud supporter of the Madison community and the Madison Bulldogs. Hunter Williams Insurance, your #1 Bulldog fan.
At this very moment, a team of exceptional people are at work in Madison. Their skill and compassion make a difference in so many lives. They are the team of highly trained medical professionals at the Madison Regional Health System. From emergency and surgical services to rehabilitation, our team is here for you. For over a century, the Madison Regional Health System has been providing quality, cost-effective medical care close to home. Madison Regional Health, committed to quality medical practice and high ethical standards.
Welcome back to Dakota's Best AM 1390 KJAM Sweet 16 Volleyball coming your way here on AM 1390. With you from the Helena broadcast booth, Helena Madison People Products Knowledge. I'm Matt Gross. Tom Farrell alongside me. Teams are out on the court, Tom, and we are about ready to go with set number one.
We're about set. Lineups have been checked. Madison will have Jenny Giles, Shania Schwabach, Jesse Giles. Kenna Nybert will come in to replace across the back row. Maddie Gary starts out, but now is replaced by Morgan Anderson. Olivia Rood in the middle and Nicole Brown on the right side. The Bulldogs have won the toss. The Bulldogs will have the first serve, so that means Morgan Anderson will be back to serve. Bulldogs in their maroon and white. The Coyers in their black with orange, and Anderson takes the first serve into a net and commits the service error. So Del Rapids picks up the side out, and back serving for the Coyers is Trinity Gordon. Her serve comes across, passed up by Anderson. Schwabach to Rood. She just taps it over. Set into the middle for Stoffern, and that one goes long. So we're tied for the first time in this first set. We play 2 out of 3 sets, have to win a set by 2, and we go to 25 points. So now it's Nybert at the service line. Passed up by Klein, set to the outside for Stoffern. Stoffern brings it down in front of Nybert, so the Coyers up again on the side out, and so back serving for the Coyers will be number 9, Hannah Fletcher. Fletcher lines up in the middle of the court, as you can see, and delivers the ball right towards us. Anderson up, Schwabach with the set, down along the line. Nice shot in there by Jenny Giles. So our second tie of this first set. Bulldogs 2, Coyers 2, and it's Jenny Giles back to serve. Jenny's at 5'8", senior, right side hitter. Ball goes across, and we're going to give her the service ace as it comes to Trinity Gordon. So Madison has their first lead of this first set and of the match this evening. 3-2 Madison advantage. Giles yet at the service line. Comes across, passed up nicely in there by Klein. Out of the back row, it's Gordon with the shot across. Schwabach sets on the outside. This one for Jesse Giles, and it just hits the line. Going to try to make a play on it was Brooke Klein, the libero for the Coyers. Madison now up 4-2, and Jenny Giles at that service line. She's a little bit to the right of the middle of the court, delivers it deep, passed up in there by Gordon. Partial block, and we're going to have a call of a net violation on the Coyers. So Madison now, after being tied at 2, enjoys a 5-2 lead in this first set. Jenny Giles' serve is into the net. Interesting. Both servers have ended their tenure on a service error for the Bulldogs. Anderson to start out with, and Jenny Giles there. So 5-3 Madison advantage. Klein brings it out, and she obliges. It makes her service long, so service error for the Coyers. Side out and point for Madison, who leads this first set 6-3. And Olivia Rood, the senior middle hitter, takes her first serve. And she follows the pattern. 3 consecutive service errors. Would we call that nerves, maybe,
I think you
Matt?
have to call that nerves a little bit. You know, now that you've missed 3, now everybody's going to get jittery back there.
So it's a 6-4 Madison advantage. Ball over, brought up by Jenny Giles. Set on the outside for Jesse, but it goes into the net. Back down onto the Madison side. So Del Rapids, after trailing by 3, is back to within 1. A Madison 6-5 advantage. Serve across by Mariah Jackson. Back set in there. Tapped over nicely by Gary for the Bulldogs. Set, hard hit, and a net violation on Madison. So after enjoying a 3-point advantage, we're tied up for our 3rd time in this first set at a 6-6 all. Jackson will continue with the serve, passed up. Schwabach sets on the outside for Jesse, and that one goes right down the line and just in on the back line. So it's a 7-6 Madison advantage. Shania Schwabach in the back. 3 Bulldog hitters there while our setter is in the back. That'll be Brown, Gary, and Jesse Giles. Here comes the signal from first referee Lori Thompson. Service across, brought up, set in there for the Warriors, and they hit the ball down, and that will be a side out for the Warriors.
And it was off Nicole's hands, and didn't really get turned well that time. Went right to the scorer's table.
So we're 7-7. Back serving for the Warriors is Sam Price. Ball is up. Schwabach deep out to the outside for Brown, and same kind of thing by the Jada Canupi, and that'll be a Bulldog point as the block goes out of bounds. So
should be.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna have to change. Or is it not? But they call that tipped by. Maybe Nicole touched it.
Okay, that's a point some way, somehow by the Warriors, who now take the lead again at 8-7. Ball passed up. Schwabach sets again, this time to Nicole. She doesn't go above the block and out of bounds. So Del Rapids, recovering nicely from that 3-point deficit, now leads 9-7 in this first set. Serve is across in there by Price. Schwabach back set to Jesse this time. Dug out deep in the backcourt for the Warriors. Free balled across by Klein. Up, Schwabach outside. Scraped across and over by Giles. It's the Warriors free balled over in there by Gordon. And the ball goes down again for another Bulldog error and a Warrior point. So the Warriors now up by a 10-7 score behind the serving of Sam Price. This serve is up. Schwabach comes to the backside for Jesse, and she goes long in an unforced error. So the Warriors now up by 4, 7 for the Bulldogs, 11 for the Warriors and Price. Continuing from that service line. Ball comes over, passed up. Anderson and eventually Brown unable to free ball it over. And the wheels are rapidly coming off for the Bulldogs. Coach Jill Cradaville takes her first timeout. We'll take 30 seconds on KJAM. Back in 30.
It's here, the store-wide sale at Stan's men's and women's apparel in downtown Madison. Your chance to save up to 50% store-wide and get that Christmas shopping started. You can get men's Chops flannel shirts for $36.97 and Lucky jeans for men for $69.97. Women's rack of silver jeans are 50% off and save 20% off men's and women's Columbia. This sale is going to end on November 12th, so stop down and check out the store-wide sale at Stan's in downtown Madison, now open Sundays noon to 4.
And we're back to live action at the Brandon Valley High School Gymnasium. Warriors 12-7. Serve is in, and a hit that time by Maddie Gary down along the left side of the Bulldog court to get the timeout. Momentum change, and the Bulldogs pick up a point, 12-8. They trail the Warriors. Served by Jesse Giles. It's deep into the backcourt. Warriors try to free ball it, but they put it out of bounds. So now it's 12 for the Warriors, 9 for the Bulldogs of Madison, and back serving Jesse Giles. The senior sets up in the middle, jump serve, takes it across, high pass by the Warriors, set in the middle, taken over by Canupi. Back to Brown, and Brown is tried attempted block, but it comes down on the Warriors side. So just as rapidly as the momentum went over to the Warriors, the Bulldogs now working hard to retain and regain that momentum. Jesse Giles back at the service line. 12-10 Del Rapids lead. Giles' serve is going to be out. The nemesis of missed serves has really haunted the Bulldogs tonight. So it's a 13-10 Del Rapids lead, and it's Canupi back to serve for the Warriors. Schwabach, nice pass up. This one goes to Brown. Blocked at the net by Stauffer and company, and it goes out of bounds to the back court. So that will be a Madison point. 11 for Madison, 13 for Del Rapids, and we've gone one rotation around. Served by Anderson. This time was in. Quick shoot set across by Stauffer and up by Giles to Jenny to Jesse, or Jesse to Jenny. Quick shoot set over. Anderson dives, gets a piece of it, but it goes down behind them. So now a 14-11 Dell Rapids advantage, and back to their number one server, Trinity Gordon. Gordon is a 5'7" senior. She sets up pretty much to that right side of the court. Brought over. Nice pass by Giles. Tipped over on that by Schwabach. Free balled over by Klein for the Warriors. Into the middle for Rude. Handled well by the Warriors. They go to the outside, and that's Jackson. And Schwabach tries to bring it up, but it goes into the net. So we have a 15-11 advantage for the Warriors. And back continuing to serve is Trinity Gordon. And she commits the service error. Probably more service errors in this first set, Matt, than we may have seen in several matches all season long.
Yeah, there's been 4 for the Bulldogs here, 2 for Dell Rapids.
So back serving is Nybert for the Bulldogs. Her serve kept in play. Stoffern takes it through the block of Jenny Giles and Rude. So a 4-point advantage now for the Warriors, who are up 16-12. In for the Warriors now is Shelby Applin. Back serving for Dell Rapids is Hannah Fletcher. Ball brought over. Schwabach set to Rude, partially blocked by Stoffern, but it goes out of bounds on the Dell Rapids side after the touch. So 16-13, Dell Rapids advantage. Jenny Giles to the backcourt to serve for Madison. This is our first set, best 3 out of 5 to determine who goes to the state tournament. Serve is in, set, coming to Stoffern in the middle. Goes right past the outstretched arms of Morgan Anderson, the libero. So a 13 for Madison, 17 now for the Warriors. And back serving will be their libero, Brooke Klein. 3 deep receivers for the Bulldogs. Passed up by Jenny Giles on the outside, that time to Rude. And no doubt about it, it was in, but there also was a net violation. Only 1 point on the double violation.
Bulldogs at take 2 right there.
But it's 17 for Dell Rapids, 14 for Madison. That brings Olivia Rude around for the service. Serve, all right. That one just catches the back line. The opposite of what we've seen a lot of for both teams tonight, but that one went in, and up on the Brandon Valley board is the word ace for the Bulldogs. Serve across, another nice serve. This time set, they go to the outside in there for Jackson, quickly back over to the Dell Rapids side. Up, Schwabach sets out on the left side for Jesse, it's blocked. Nybert tries to get a piece of it, and it goes underneath the net, so that will be an 18-15 Dell Rapids advantage on the side out. And Mariah Jackson back to serve for the Warriors. Ball is up, set on the outside to Jesse Giles. It goes across the top of the ribbon, still in play. Free ball out of the backcourt in there by Gordon. Set this time to Rude, who just taps it over the block in there of Canupi and also Applin. So 18 Dell Rapids, 16 for the number 4-seeded Bulldogs, and back serving is Shania Schwabach. Schwabach, a senior, 2 years starting as a setter for Madison. Serve goes across, and that's going to be a service ace. Is having a difficult time there was Desi Roos. So Madison creeping back in now, down only by 1 in this first set. Trail the Warriors 18-17, but have the advantage of the serve with Schwabach. The serve is deep into the backcourt, set to the outside, and that's going to be 4 hits as the ball never cleared the top of the net. It's at the ribbon, and the Bulldogs recovered from the deficit, now tied at 18-18, and that's our 6th tie of this first set. Next serve by Schwabach is another hard one. It's a high pass. And, oh, my goodness, Anderson puts her hands in the air. It touches her and then hits the line judge, Jim Dorman. And so that will be a Dell Rapids point on the side out, 19-18. Mr. Dorman had no opportunity to get out of the way on that one. Serve across in here by Price. Up, Schwabach takes it out to Brown, who just tips it across. They come to the other side, and this one is partially blocked in there and that will be a point. It was Gordon with the hit, the block off of Gary, and that is another Del Rapids point. Bulldogs came close, but the Warriors taking advantage of things again, and that's our final hit, and it goes outside the antenna.
I can guarantee you Coach Craneville not super pleased with that call.
Yeah,
looked pretty good we got a good angle.
I've got a very good angle. I do not think that it crossed, but it was called, so it's a Coyer advantage, 21-18. Timeout taken by the Bulldogs, but I think we'll keep it here to catch our breath, Matt.
You know, the Madison's recovered well from a lot of just very kind of sloppy mistakes. We're still seeing a few of them out there, but it's particularly, Anderson seems like she's playing pretty tentative out there right now. The one sophomore on the court. But, the seniors didn't do her any favor by constantly hitting it into the net or hitting it out. Madison just needs to get back into a little bit of rhythm here. The problem is they've kind of got their backs up against the wall now, and they got it tied 18-18. I thought they had gotten back in it, but now 3 straight Coyer points.
So Price will be at the service line. We go to 25. The Coyers 4 points away. Nice pass up in there by Gary, set to Brown, and Brown nails it on the back line. So that's a 19-21 advantage to Dells, but back serving now is Jesse Giles. Giles, the right-handed server, delivers it across. It's brought up. Set Canupi, and Anderson puts her arm in, gets in the way, and Giles was there to play it. So it's a 19-22 Del Rapids advantage, and back in the back row is Jada Canupi. That's maybe the good news. The bad news is Stoffern up front for the Coyers. Jenny Giles tapped over Stoffern there by Brown. Hard hit, and Nicole gets up, gets a piece of it, but it goes out of bounds off of her hand. So it's a 19-23 advantage for Del Rapids. And continuing with the serve will be Jada Canupi. Ball up nicely by Jesse Giles, set to Jenny over on the left side. Coyers are a pass. They're taking it deep, and that goes out of bounds by Trinity Gordon.
Oh, did somebody tip that? Yeah, tipped at the net, they said.
They said tipped at the net.
So now Madison
has their back against the wall with Canupi at the service line. Serve comes across, and Giles just...
That was reminiscent of the entire first set.
Yep.
Just tentative, not knowing what to do, and playing scared, and not playing aggressive Bulldog volleyball. And I'm sure Coach Craneville told him twice in the timeouts, and she'll tell him again here going into the second set, because the Warriors have taken the first set against the number 4 ranked team here in the Sweet 16. Madison with 4 service errors, 3 of them in the first, rotation. Yeah. And then, the passing was just not very good. I mean, there was a lot wrong for the Bulldogs, and they're kind of fortunate to get 19 points.
Well, and again, Matt, we talked about it in the pregame show. Madison did beat them on the 17th of October, and sometimes that's hard to come out and not overlook a team that you've defeated. So we'll see what Madison is made up as they have now an opportunity in that in this second set. Teams will switch courts. We'll take a timeout. Back in 1
minute. We'll be back in a minute right here on AM 1390 and AmazingMadison.com.
Think about all the things that go into a home: work, time, and of course money. The last thing a person should worry about is electrical problems with their home. Trust the licensed, insured, and guaranteed service at Bob's Electric in Madison and Canova for all of your new or existing service upgrades, lighting, fixtures, and ceiling fans, farm, residential, and commercial service. 24-hour emergency service only at Bob's Electric. Call 1-800-475-3006 and talk to your friends at Bob's Electric. Bob's Electric, where friendly, dependable service is an assurance.
Bring your friends, bring your family to Stadium Sports Grill in downtown Madison. Stadium Sports Grill is 18 flat screen TVs, so you'll never miss any of your favorite team's game action, pool tables, and a full menu of great food and your favorite cold beverage on tap. Stadium Sports Grill also has 50-cent wing Wednesdays from 5 to 10 p.m., a breakfast buffet on Saturday only, and starting September 7th, Stadium Sports Grill will have a tailgate bar every Sunday. Stadium Sports Grill, your home for great food, cold drinks, and your favorite sports team.
Well, we're ready for set number 2 here on Dakota's Best, AM 1390, KJAM, and AmazingMadison.com. From the Helena Broadcast booth, I'm Matt Gross. Alongside me, Tom Farrell. Dell Rapids, the number 14 seed here in this tournament, has taken the 13 seed, I should say, has taken the first set from the Madison Bulldogs by a score of 25-11. They led for most of that first set. Bulldogs able to force a couple of ties after an early Madison lead. But Dells took advantage of the miscues, and Madison was never able to recover and looked flat in the first set. Let's see what happens here in set number 2. Dells will get the serve. And Trinity Gordon, 5'7" senior, is back to start things off. Bulldogs, Rude, Brown, Schwabach, Jesse and Jenny Giles, and Anderson, Morgan Anderson on the floor here to start set number 2. Trinity will serve to begin our second set. Taken by Jenny Giles up to Schwabach, who will set it down the middle. Big hit, Olivia Root. She never cleared the net, right into the net. That was set up perfectly, and just a miss hit by Root. So 1-0 lead for Dell Rapids here to open up the second set. And Gordon will serve again for the Warriors. Again to Giles, overpass this time, and that's another point for Dell Rapids. And so the second set beginning much the way the first one went throughout. Gordon to serve again here for Dells. And off the net, it comes back to the Dells side. And it'll be a Bulldog point. So Dells, little gift wrap of a point there. Gives it to the Bulldogs. And we'll get Kenna Nybert in here, replacing Brown. Kenna will serve. Nybert serve taken up by the libero Klein. Back set for the big hit going to the left corner for Sydney Stofferin. And it's down for the kill. Or, yes. Yeah, down for the kill. Be 3-1 Dell Rapids here once the board gets adjusted. And back to serve is Fletcher for Dell Rapids. Schwabach back sets to Olivia Root. A little off the mark in the set. Root was able to get it across, though. Fletcher comes in, keeps the ball alive, and a free ball pass across. Ooh, might have been going out. Nybert fielded it. Back comes back to Root. Root gets it blocked back from Sydney Stoffer, and it goes off of Stofferin and out of bounds. Nobody on Madison's side touched it. And so that will make it a 3.
Should be 3-2.
Yeah, I believe it should be 3-2 as well. We'll check the score. Right now, the scoreboard says 3-3. With the serve is Jenny Giles, and Dell Rapids will hit it into the net. Trinity Gordon rifled that one in, and now that makes it 3-3. They'll just leave the scoreboard the way it is. And Jenny Giles will serve. Here for the Bulldogs. Tied up in the second set. Serves it back to Klein. Klein backpedaling. Fletcher hits it over to Jackson. Jackson hits it across the line. Nybert is there. Now to Jesse Giles. Taps it across. Passed up to Fletcher down the middle. Big hit. Blocked back by the Bulldogs. It was a hit by Stoffer, and Madison finally gets the block. Olivia Root in the middle along with, I believe, Schwabach and Jesse Giles, one of those two.
Jesse was on that one.
Got the hand on it. And Madison takes their first lead here of the set. Jenny will serve and serves it into the net. More of that for the Bulldogs. And we're tied at 4 now as Brooke Klein, the libero, will serve away from the left side. She sends it to Nybert, who passes it up nicely to Schwabach. Back sets for Root, and the hit is good in the back corner. And back to a 1-point Madison lead at 5-4. Sweet 16 volleyball winner moves on to next week's Class A state tournament in Rapid City. Rood with the hit. And Rood nearly with an ace, but a great pancake by Klein keeps it alive. Passed across to the Bulldogs. Schwabach now sets down the middle. Here comes hit from Giles. She'll go to the corner, and it's down. And it's a 2-point lead for Madison at 6-4. And Olivia Rood will serve again. Rude serve taken up by Gordon. Overpass and Gary hit it down, but Del Rapids stays alive with it. Shoots set across. Giles comes in, and Schwabach sends it across. Dells is there. One hit, two, and now the free ball passed across. Schwabach sets it far side. Jesse Giles, whistle comes, and a net violation on the Bulldogs. Double hit by Madison. So a point to Del Rapids. Makes it a 1-point Madison lead here, 6-5. Courier's Mariah Jackson, the outside hitter, the junior, is on to serve. Jenny Giles passes to Schwabach. For Jesse, big hit on the line. On the back line, and the Bulldogs take a 2-point lead again at 7-5. Substitutions, Brown comes back in, replacing Nybert and Shania Schwabach. Back to serve here for the Madison Bulldogs. Schwabach, the senior setter, sends it across to Ruse. Tipped at the net as it goes across to the Bulldogs side. Schwabach back sets Nicole Brown. Big hit and a kill for Nicole. And the Bulldogs getting a few more of those big hits. Just going through the blocks, and Del Rapids will take a timeout. 8-5 Madison with the lead, second set. We'll take a 30-second timeout back in 30 seconds on KJAM.
Trust your farming operation with the locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. With their state-of-the-art facility, Farmers Ag Center offers trusted advice when it comes to fertilizer, seed, and crop protection products. Area producers can expect accurate and timely advice, including efficient delivery and application of products during all seasons. Locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. The leaders in the field, the leaders in customer service, proud to serve area farmers and proud to support area communities.
An 8-5 lead for the Madison Bulldogs as Schwabach back on to serve for the Bulldogs. Set to the far side for Gordon. Gordon's hit taken up by Madison's Giles. Back set Nicole Brown. A big hit. Tipped back at the net. And it actually never cleared the net. 4 hits on the Bulldogs. So the timeout does get the point back for the Couriers. They get the side out. It's 8-6. Madison with the lead. And Mackenzie Grisham, sophomore, is on to serve here for the Couriers. Schwabach near the net, makes the set. Giles through the double block and down. Right through the hands of Canupi and Gordon. And another Madison point. They maintain their 3-point advantage here in the second set. Jesse Giles serves for the Bulldogs. Taken up by Ruiz and blocked back off the hit from Canupi by Maddie Gary for Madison. And the Bulldogs have opened up a 4-point lead, largest of the match for Madison here. They trail 1-0. Jesse Giles serves it again. Nice serve this time by Jesse. And it'll be hit across by Klein, and Klein sends it out wide. And another point for the Madison Bulldogs makes it 11-6. Jesse Giles serving again for the Bulldogs. Awkward little shoot set up, sent across by Dells. Anderson comes in, bumps it up for Jenny Giles. Giles decline, kept it alive, and the shoot set across by Canupi. Schwabach, back sets for Brown. Brown, the big hit, block back, kept alive by Giles. Schwabach over to Gary. Gary hits it to the corner, but it's long. She saw an opening on the back right corner, but just hit it long. And that makes it now 11-7, Madison. And the side out sends Jada Canupi back to serve. She served out the opening set. Canupi sends it over. Giles to Schwabach, right down the middle to Nicole Brown. And Brown, I don't know what she was doing there. That was as tentative as it comes, and she just tapped it right into the net. And 11-8 now. Canupi serves. Giles a little off her hands. Gary keeps it alive. Brown again, a little tentative coming in, but you got it across. Canupi hits it up. Gordon sends it over off the hands of Giles and out of play. And it makes it 11-9 now. And 3 straight points here for the Del Rapids Couriers. They're back to within 2. As Canupi serves, Maddie Gary for the Schwabach. Schwabach back. Nicole Brown sends it across. Oh, that was going out. Dells hit it. Mackenzie Grisham with the hit off her hand on a ball that looked like it was going out. And it makes it a point sign out. Madison. Anderson back to serve. As Nicole Brown and Olivia Rude up front now, along with Jenny Giles here for the Bulldogs. Anderson with the serve. Set to Gordon. Gordon hits it wide. Oh, and the Bulldogs kept it alive momentarily, but it's off a one-handed hit attempt by Anderson and off the scorer's table. And it's back to a 2-point lead again for Madison, 12-10, as Trinity Gordon will serve through one rotation here in Brandon Valley. Gordon with the serve, and Giles just watches it sail over her head. And back to a 3-point lead. Second service error of this set on Dell Rapids. Kenna Nybert comes in to replace Nicole Brown. And Kenna will serve. The 5'2 senior sends it over. Klein gets it across. Blocked back off the hit from the Warriors. Kept alive. They shoot it across. What a play by Dell. Schwabach for Rude. Rude with the left hand hits it across. Boy, she's come up with that in the last week.
Yes, she has. That left-handed hit caught them off guard. Point for the Bulldogs.
She swings it left-handed as good as a lot of us do right-handed. 14-10 Madison. Shoots it across second hit. Kept alive by Schwabach. Jenny Giles hits it up for Rude. She'll tap it over the block attempt of Stofferin. And a free ball by Dells is sent across to Anderson. Anderson to Schwabach. Coming around Rude, and Rude didn't get it across. Hit off the ribbon and back to the Bulldogs' side. And a 3-point lead again for Madison here. It is 14-11. And the Couriers with the side out send Hannah Fletcher, the setter, back to serve. Anderson, off her hands awkwardly, but kept alive by Madison. Free ball is over. Set up Stofferin. Stofferin with the kill. And back to a 2-point Madison lead, 14-12 here in the second set. Fletcher will serve again. You bet she'll pick out the libero for Madison, who's been struggling. Instead, it goes way wide left. And that's a third service error on Dells in this set. 3-point Madison lead again, and Jenny Giles will serve it for the Bulldogs. Jenny with the serve. Klein passes up. They back set for Stofferin. Kept alive by the Bulldogs. Sent across by Jesse Giles. Klein sets it near side Jackson, and we've got a whistle and a Bulldog point. And a double hit on the Dell Rapids Couriers. Makes it 16-12. Madison back out to that 4-point lead again. The senior outside hitter Jenny Giles with the serve. Nice one is sent up and now over the left side for Jackson. Jackson tipped to the net. Jesse pumps it up. Schwabach for Rude. And they're going to call
a
lift, double hit on Schwabach. Been a lot of those here in this set. 16-13, Klein to serve. Madison with the lead. Anderson backpedals. Gets it up to Schwabach. Schwabach for Jesse Giles. They're going to give it again. Yeah. Double hit again. 16-14. All coming from the chair here. 16-14, Klein serves and into the net. And it puts an end to that. On the fourth Warrior service error. 17-14 Bulldogs trying to escape with the second set here. Rude with the serve. Rude, Gordon, and free ball Klein. She'll send it across. Rude sets up Schwabach. Schwabach to Jesse Giles. Blocked off the hands of Dells and out of play. And so point for the Bulldogs, 18-14. And Olivia Rude will serve again here for Madison. Trying to tie it up at a 1 set apiece in this Sweet 16 matchup. Rude with the serve. Gordon set up near side. Whistle. And double hit. 19-14. Bulldogs up now 5. Rude to serve. Rude to Gordon. Off her hands under the net. And the Bulldogs have opened up a 20-14 lead, and Dells will take a timeout. Madison up 6 in the second set. We're back in 30 seconds on KJAM. When your dashboard is lighting up with cautions and warnings and that check engine light comes on, the time is now to get your vehicle checked at Rogers Service and Exhaust Pros. The light could just be the beginning of a much bigger problem. Let Roger and Travis, the experienced technicians at Rogers Service, diagnose the problem and have you back on the road with a reliable vehicle. No matter what type of car you have, Roger and Travis at Rogers Service have the knowledge and experience you can trust. Bring your vehicle to Rogers Service and Exhaust Pros today, Southwest 4th Street in Madison. Rogers Service, proud to sponsor the Madison Bulldogs. Bulldogs up 20-14 as we come out of the timeouts. Off the serve from Rude, then Del Rapids will be unable to get it across in 3 hits, and so another Madison point. And they're really pulling away now here in the second set, leading 21-14, and the serving of the senior Olivia Rude has gotten them on a nice run here. Klein gets it up for Canupi. Canupi got it through the double block and stops the Bulldog run. Side out there will make it 21-15. Back to serve the junior, Mariah Jackson. Sets up straight down the middle. Sends it a little over to the right side to Kenan Nyberg. Schwabach sets up. Jesse Giles off the block attempt. Kept alive, but Klein will send the free ball across. Nyberg is there. Schwabach sets it up. This is Giles again. Jesse with a hit right back to Klein. And now set left side, Gordon. Gordon didn't notice she was blocked back. I didn't think she cleared the ribbon. She set across. And, well,
Four hits
finally on Del Rapids.
A little delay, but the call was made correctly.
There might have been about 17 hits on Dell's there, but we'll take the 4. 22-15. Olivia Rude checks back in for Madison now as Nyberg is out. So you got Rude, Gary, and Jesse Giles in along with Jenny Anderson and Schwabach here. 22-15 Bulldogs. Jenny, nice short serve. Give her the ace. 23-15. Took the Bulldogs a little while to wake up maybe. But they have woken up here in the second set at least for a 23-15 lead. Schwabach set to serve again for the Madison Bulldogs. Schwabach sent up for Canupi. Canupi off the tip at the net. Anderson sends it over Brown. Back pedals, one hand sends it over. Set up Fletcher. Left side, Gordon. Double hit. Another one. I haven't been keeping track of those, but there's no way that's less than 9. 24-15. Schwabach serves. Backpedaling Price. Fletcher now over to Gordon. Gordon blocked back. Yes.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Wasn't sure if that was off of the ribbon or off of Nicole, but it was off Nicole. So Dell's alive for the moment, 24-16, but quite the deficit here for the Warriors. No room for error. Grisham serves. Anderson waits at the last second, hits it. Schwabach for Nicole. Nicole, big hit off the ribbon. Pumped up in the air by Gordon. Gordon will get it right back. She sends a free ball over. Schwabach hits it up. Over for Gary. Gary was trying to go to the corner and missed it by 10 feet. And the Warriors still alive, 24-17. And Mackenzie Grisham, the sophomore, to serve again here for Del Rapids. Grisham to Anderson for the Bulldogs. Schwabach back sets, running in Jesse Giles. Double hit. 24-18. Still a cushion for Madison, but they'd like to put it away here. Here comes the serve. Giles. Jenny sends it up. Schwabach back sets Jesse Giles. Tipped to the net. Klein keeps it alive. Put back over left side for Gordon. Gordon hits it over Anderson for Madison. At the net, Canupi sends it over on the overpass. And it's 24-19 now. 4-point run here for Del Rapids. Madison just needs a point at 24-19. And Gary, indecisive there. Makes it 24-20. Thought maybe Madison has got 2 timeouts, might burn one right there. Just trying to throw off the Dell's rhythm. At least throw off the sophomore Grisham, who serves. Jenny Giles passes up for Schwabach. For Nicole Brown, winds up. Big hit. Kept alive. Gordon with a second hit. Klein, free ball, sends it over. Giles runs in with it. Schwabach back sets. Nobody there. There was a miscommunication. Brown was expecting a short set. It didn't come. Point for Dells, 24-21. Timeout Madison. Up 3 here in the second set. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Back in 30 on KJAM.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in seed technology, as well as plant protection and nutrition. Wilbur Ellis, located in Chester, South Dakota, providing As Grow and DeKalb brands, various field applications, and local plot data, can provide you with expert advice for your acres. Grow smart and reduce loss. Let Wilbur Ellis address your challenges. Contact your Wilbur Ellis representative at 489-2171. At Wilbur Ellis, they never stop looking ahead.
Well, 24-21, Madison leads. Dell serves. Gary over to Giles. High hit for Nicole Brown, who hit it into the net. And it's 24-22, and Madison, who had this 24-15, now looks at 24-22. And Grissom will serve again for Dell Rapids. Grissom serve. Jenny Giles to Schwabach. Schwabach back sets for Jesse. Jesse goes to the corner, missed it. And it's 24-23, and the Bulldogs need to get the point now. And the Bulldogs will take another timeout. They take their second, 24-23. A 8-point run here by the Warriors. Back with more action in the second set in 30 seconds.
Your credit union is serious about getting you into your new home to the tune of $1,500 serious. A friendly and experienced loan officer at Dakota Land Federal Credit Union is prepared to take $1,500 off the closing costs on the purchase of your next home. Not buying, but have plans to refinance your current home? Great. How about $750 off your closing costs when you refinance? Some restrictions do apply. Good for limited time only. Apply online at dakotalandfcu.com or call for details today.
Well, you can't understate the importance of this point. 24-23. Here comes the serve from Dell Rapids. Anderson to Schwabach. Schwabach sets for Nicole. Nicole almost clean missed it. I mean, she almost flat out missed it. 24-24. We are tied. It was 24-15, and now it's 24-24. Dells needs 2 more points. Grissom with the serve. Anderson high in the air. Nobody came in for the Bulldogs. And now it's 25-24 Dell Rapids. And they can put away the second set with a point. Grisham to serve for the Warriors. Sends it over, tips of the net. Anderson there. Schwabach shoots it across to the corner. She put it down. Oh, what a play by Shania Schwabach. She saw that opening and put it in. And we're tied again at 25 all here in the second set. Jesse Giles goes back to serve for the Madison Bulldogs. Giles serves, backpedaling. Dell's one hit. Oh, diving save. Klein, free ball across. And Madison should have let that one go. Now they got to get a free ball over. Shoots set across, and they get it there. Pumped up. They're going to set far side for Gordon. Gordon blocked back. Sent over on the second hit. Giles keeps it alive. Schwabach backpedaling, shoots it across to Klein. They're going to go for Gordon to get on the left side. Tipton Anderson stays alive with it. Schwabach high in the air. Jesse calls for it, shoots it across. Played up by Grissom. Sent across Canupi. And Madison called with a net violation. Point for Dell Rapids. It is now 26-25 Dells. They have another chance to take the second set. And a 2-0 lead. It's Canupi to serve. Jada Canupi serves to Anderson for Schwabach. Sets it up. Jenny Giles with the hit. Canupi is there to keep it alive. Fletcher sets for Gordon on the left side. Into the net it goes. And we're tied again at 26 all now. But that brings Olivia Rude in. She's been on the bench for a long time. And the sophomore Anderson needs to get a serve across here. 26-26. And she does, and a nice one it is. Sets up down the middle for the Warriors, tipped up by the Bulldogs. Rude high in the air, sends it over. The overpass. Jesse Giles, great dig, sends it across for Klein for Dell Rapids. Shoots it across. One hit up. Shoot across by Rude. No, they'll call her for a double hit.
Double hitting Brown there.
That was Brown, pardon me, yep. That makes it 27-26. Dell Rapids and Gordon back to serve. Dells with a point can take the second set. Serve to Anderson. Schwabach hits it across. Klein. Left side, Jackson. Jackson to Anderson. High in the air, Rude. Rude blocked back. And a hit by the Warriors. Somehow they keep it alive and send it over. Schwabach sets for Rude. Rude, big hit. Still alive. Dell's off the block. Left side, Jackson sends it to Giles. She hesitated, but got it up in the air. Rude shoots it over. Pancake save. Sent across. Giles is there. Schwabach again for Olivia. Over the block. She gets the point. 27-all. Here in the second set. Brown out, Nybert in to serve. 27-all. Nybert with the serve into the net. 27-28. Warriors lead by a point. Desi Ruse to serve. And again, just a point for the Dell Rapids Warriors would take the set. Ruse with the serve into the net. She gave it right back to him. 28-28. This will be Jenny Giles to serve now for the Madison Bulldogs. Jenny sends it over. I thought it was going to be an ace. Somehow Dell's got it across. Schwabach shoots, sets to the corner. Klein alive with it. Left side it goes for Jackson. Jackson hits over. One hit by the Bulldogs and shoots set across. On the third hit, down the middle now, Stoffer and blocked back out of bounds. Bulldogs say it was tipped. Yes, it was tipped, I believe. Well, no, who got the point?
Dell Rapids.
Both teams were celebrating. And now Coach Craneville is going to have an argument on her hands here. The point is right now, unless somebody wins an argument, Dell Rapids 29, Bulldogs 28. It will be Dell's point. 29-28 Warriors. Another chance to take the set. Klein to serve. And Brooke Klein sends it over. Nybert to Schwabach. Schwabach for Jesse Giles. Just to shoot set across in the third hit. Left side, Jackson to Jenny. Jenny in the air for Anderson. Jesse Giles shoots it across to Klein. And back set, Canupi. Canupi got it over. Diving Nybert kept it alive for Jesse Giles. Floats it across. Dells is there. High in the air. Klein. And a hit across. Anderson for the Bulldogs. Jesse Giles centers it. Shoots set will come from Schwabach. Klein, miss hit there. High in the air. That's going to be a free ball across for Dells. Rude with it. Schwabach wants to set for Olivia. Floats it over the block attempt and puts it down. Madison survives at point again here. It's 29-29, but Madison can't put together any kind of run of points in a row. Could Olivia Rude end the scoring drought here for Madison on the serve? Rude with the serve. Gordon for Fletcher. Left side, here comes Jackson. Block back, one hit up by the Bulldogs. And then running over Rude, wasn't able to keep it alive. And again, it's a Warrior point. 30-29. Dell Rapids leading. Mariah Jackson to serve. Jackson serves to Jenny Giles. And it was short and a miscommunication. No hit for the Bulldogs. Warriors take the set. 31-29 and a 2-0 lead for Dell Rapids. Madison had them 24-15, Tom Farrell, and couldn't put it away.
Very definitely, Matt. Just again, a series of unforced errors basically by the Bulldogs. The other thing that we noticed in that set was that there was a real tightening by the first referee in that middle segment of what was illegal with the double hits. And then again, that loosened up as the set went on. But that's something both teams, there was an equal number of those calls for both teams, and that's something they're going to have to adjust to. This is a situation that the Bulldogs are really going to have to get themselves together, get a start, and go forward and come out. I mean, we thought they'd turned that corner at 24-15.
Well, we'll see what happens now. Dells is up 2-0. Set 3 in 1 minute here on KJAM.
Mustang Siege, a proven leader with proven performance for over 53 years. Providing top-notch service that area producers have come to expect, Mustang Seeds provides the service and products to maximize yields and quality harvest. Mustang Seeds is the best choice for having your farming operations succeed. Contact your seed expert today at Mustang Seeds, 605-256-6529, or online at mustangseeds.com.
You can count on our seeds year after year, planting your future. Mustang Seeds. Twin Lakes Animal Clinic, TLAC.
With Frontline, fleas and ticks will take a back seat to your pets. Frontline is the leading parasite control, available at Twin Lakes Animal Clinic. Mosquito-transmitted disease is controlled with HeartGuard. And don't forget to have heartworm testing done, along with updating your pet's rabies vaccine. Frontline, buy 6 and get 2 free. Twin Lakes Animal Clinic in Madison and Howard.
Well, here we go in the Sweet 16, set number 3. No room for error for the Madison Bulldogs. They trail 2-0 to the Dell Rapids Warriors. Bulldogs will serve to start the third set. Mac Rose and Tom Farrell with you here in the Helena broadcast booth. Tom, it's do or die time for the Bulldogs.
Very definitely no opportunity for error as the libero now for Madison. Morgan Anderson comes on. Teams have switched ends, and as it was with the first set, the Bulldogs will have the first serve here in this third set. Remember, the Warriors lead this by a 25-19 and a 31-29 score. So here we go. Anderson's serve brought across, up, set in there by Fletcher on the outside, and we're going to have 4 hits off of Gordon. So that's a first for the Bulldogs. They lead this third set 1-0. Anderson with an opportunity from the service line. Again, that serve is over, and it's going to be out of bounds, and so service ace for Morgan Anderson. So a 2-0 Madison advantage. Morgan Anderson back to serve. Substitution now for the Warriors in. Desi Roos comes in, the sophomore. She'll play across the back on the Warriors' left side. Here comes Anderson's serve right to her. Ball up. Fletcher to Stoffern, and it goes out of bounds. Stoffern would like a touch, but there was none. So Madison 3-0. Remember, the Warriors lead the match 2-0. Morgan Anderson, the sophomore. Next serve. Ball up. Taken, brought over quickly by Gordon. Schwabach sets to Rude, and she hammers it to the backcourt. Bulldogs now up 4-0. Set number 3. Anderson continuing with her service rotation. The right-handed sophomore brings it across. Fletcher sets on the outside, this time for Gordon. And there's going to be a net violation on the Bulldogs. So that will give the Warriors the point and the side out. But Madison has the lead 4-1. And Trinity Gordon back to serve for the Warriors. Her serve comes across. Nice serve. And Schwabach's going to get called for the double hit as that ball was way down by her knees trying to bring it up. So that will be a side out or a point for the Warriors. And continuing to serve will be Trinity Gordon. Gordon is waiting for the signal from first referee. She gets it. Here it comes across. Passed up. Pass again and taken by Giles. Jenny on the left side, blocked by Stoffern. So Dell Rapids back to within 1 after they trailed 4-0. And a good job of serving here by the senior, Trinity Gordon. She's a right-handed server. Nice float, and it goes just between Anderson and Giles. So we're back tied. A situation we had lots this evening. Libero Anderson taking a seat, Maddie Gary in. And second referee talking about the substitution and the need for those folks to be up at the 10-foot line. Ball comes across on the serve by Gordon. Set this time to Rude, and she just taps it over. Warriors, deep shoot set in there by Fletcher. This time to Rude, and Rude, that's something the Bulldogs, Matt, are going to have to do. They've got to hit the ball, and they get tentative, and that's where they've gotten themselves into trouble in those first two sets. Bulldog advantage 5-4, and Nybert's serve is across. Set on the outside in there for Jackson, blocked by the Bulldogs, kept in play on a free ball by Gordon. Up, Schwabach, Rude, and Rude takes it beyond Stoffern and down for the kill. So it's a 6-4 Madison advantage. And Kenna Nybert, the senior defensive specialist for the Bulldogs with the serve. Takes it deep back into the court. Fletcher sets for Stoffern, up to Rude, who just shoots sets across. Stoffern, and that's going to be called a double hit in there on Fletcher. So Madison 7, Del Rapids 4 in this third set. But remember, the Coyers have a 2-0 advantage. Serve across by Nybert. They go to the outside this time for Jackson. Kept in play by Anderson. Hit back into the deep backcourt and taken over in there by Fletcher. Jenny Giles out of that left side takes it deep, and the libero, Brooke Klein, unable to get to it. So Madison doubles up the Coyers, 8-4. But as we saw in that second set, Bulldogs were leading 24-15 and lost. Nybert's serve climbs across the top. Stoffern blocked by Rude. Ball goes deep into the backcourt, and trying to keep it in play was Sam Price. So it's a Bulldog 9-4 advantage. Coyers take a timeout. We'll take 30 on AmazingMadison.com.
Heartland Consumer Power District would like to wish the Madison Bulldogs good luck this season. This is Casey Crabtree, Heartland's Director of Economic Development. I'm excited to work with businesses here in Madison to help them grow and thrive. If you're looking to expand your business or are in need of low-interest financing, give me a call at 256-6536. Heartland is proud to deliver reliable energy and services to the city of Madison. We believe in the power of forward thinking and want to be your trusted community partner and leader in our industry. Good luck, Bulldogs.
And we're back at the Brandon Valley Gym. It's a serve by Nybert across to the Coyers of Del Rapids. Set to Stoffern in the middle. No one up to block, so she brings it down onto the backcourt of Madison for the point and the side out of the timeout. So now back serving for the Coyers is going to be Hannah Fletcher, their setter. Fletcher's serve comes across, passed up nicely by Jessie Giles. Back set to Rude, and Rude brings her down. Also a touch by the Coyers. So 10 for Madison, 5 for Del Rapids. Jenny Giles back to serve for Madison. Senior outside hitter. Sets up on the right-handed side, delivers it across. Passed up. It's Klein out of the backcourt. Free ball to cross in there by Fletcher. Set on the outside, this one for Jessie, and she taps it. Big play, and Anderson does the save. Taken over, shoots that. Nice shot in there by Fletcher. Caught the Bulldogs all up at the net. Gives the Coyers the point. So 10 for Madison, 6 for Del Rapids, but they pick up the point off the side out, and it's Brooke Klein back to serve for the Coyers. Back up, Nybert. Back set this time to Rude, and she brings it right down along the line. Nice pass up. Schwabach with the set, and Rude puts the finishing touches on that for the 11th point by the Bulldogs. So 11-6 Madison lead. Olivia Rude at the service line. Comes across. That's Klein bringing it up. And out of the middle, it's Canupi off of the set in there of Applin for a Coyer point. So 11-7, Madison advantage. And back, Mariah Jackson, the junior, back to serve. Comes across. Anderson brings it up. Set on the outside this time for Jessie with the left hand. Coyers bring it up. Taken across by Gordon. Up, Schwabach, left side. And we're going to have a call of a double hit on the set. So that'll be a Coyer point, 11-8, Bulldog advantage. Jackson with another serve for the Coyers. Ball passed up, Schwabach out to Jessie, back, Schwabach, back set, over. Nice pancake in there by Gordon. Ball onto the Bulldog side. Schwabach sets for Jessie, and she takes it down the line. So that'll be a point. Not exactly sure what the second referee was signaling, but the end result was a point for Madison, 12-8. That moves Schwabach to the back to serve. That'll put Brown, Gary, and Jesse Giles in that front row. Schwabach's serve is a nice serve. Hoyers hustle to keep it in play. Taken across by Gordon. Sprawling out to get it was Jenny on the pancake move, but it hits the floor. So a 12-9 Madison advantage. And in to serve is Sam Price, the ninth grader. The 5'6" ninth grader sets up on the Hoyers backcourt, brings the serve over. Schwabach sets to Brown. Blocked at the net, brought over on the free ball by the Hoyers. Up. Brown does the set on the outside for Jesse. Blocked, kept in play. Canupi with the set, free balled over. Taken deep into the backcourt by Schwabach on the pass. Set to Canupi. Over the double block. Three come in, but they come in late behind the covering the double block. So Canupi picks up the point off of that nicely placed hit. 12-10 Madison advantage. Price's next serve. Ball is up. Schwabach, deep shoot set. Set on the outside in there for Gordon. Ball deep into the high courts of the Brandon Valley Gymnasium. Over now onto the Del Rapids side. Jenny Giles up to Schwabach. Quick shoot set across by Jesse. Deep shoot set across, that time by Fletcher. Back to the Del Rapids side. This time they're coming for Canupi. Right at Jenny Giles, and it goes up and over her for a Hoyer point, 12-11. And we have a timeout by Madison, their first of two. So we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Carter Williams Insurance in Madison would like to wish the Madison Bulldogs good luck in this game and the best of luck to all student athletes at Madison High School. Project your tomorrow. Trust Carter Williams Insurance with all your insurance needs. Carter Williams Insurance is a proud supporter of the Madison community and the Madison Bulldogs. Carter Williams Insurance, your #1 Bulldog fan.
And welcome back to high school volleyball. You're listening to KJAM Radio out of Madison, South Dakota, 1390 on your AM dial.
Well, the serve came. I don't think they were ready for it.
Freshman Sam Price did not get the signal. You know, it happens in practice. You don't get a signal, so she came out and she was ready. 12-11 Madison lead. They trail the match 2-0 to 2 sets. Outside for Jesse Giles, kept in play now. Fletcher brings it up in there for Gordon. Nice save by Anderson. It's a high pass and eventually back set across in there by Jesse Giles for the Bulldogs. Gordon taps it across. Brown. Jesse Giles shoots it across. And again, this time it's Canupi. Anderson right there. Schwabach, deep shoot set across. Here we come. Canupi. And a net violation on the Bulldogs. So we are tied at 12 after the Bulldogs were up by as much as a 9-4 advantage in this third set. Price's next serve, passed up. Schwabach outside to Brown. Brown partially blocked. Over to this time now, taken across in there by Gordon. Back set to Brown on the right side, and Price, the freshman, gets a hand on it, but it goes out of bounds, so that'll be a side out and a point for Madison, who lead this third set 13-12, but trail in the match 0-2. Service across, nice serve, put in play. Canupi, Schwabach sets for the Bulldogs. Jenny Giles takes it long, so we're tied again at 13 apiece. As we talked, it's do or die for Madison in this set. They cannot afford to let up. They've got to be aggressive and hit the ball if they're going to get themselves into another fourth set. Serve across in there by Canupi, set by Brown, but she's going to be called for the double hit. And so it's a 13-14 Del Rapids advantage, and Canupi back to serve one more time. Serve is up. Schwabach sets on the outside for Jenny. She taps it over. Price. Fletcher with the set. Blocked in there and kept in play. And we're going to have 4 hits as it was not touched by one of the Bulldogs. So we're tied at 14-14, and that's our 4th tie in this 3rd set. Anderson, the server for Madison. Up, and Stofferen takes the set by Fletcher, the quick out of the middle, but Fletcher was called, no, Stofferen was called for the illegal hit, so that'll be a Madison point, 15-14. Anderson, though, comes back and helps Dell Rapids as her service error gives us back to a 15-15 tie, and back serving will be Trinity Gordon. Gordon bounces. Right-handed server brings it across. Passed up. Schwabach with the set to Rude, and she was blocked at the net by Fletcher. Fletcher is their setter. She's 5'7" and takes it back down on Olivia Rude, the 5'11" middle hitter. So a Dell Rapids advantage, 16-15. Serve across by Gordon. Anderson, free ball by Jenny Giles. Ball is up. Fletcher sets on the back for Stofferen. Goes to Brown. She keeps it in play into the net, but it lands back down on Madison's side. So Dell Rapids 17, Madison 15. Coach Jill Cradaville takes a timeout, and so we'll take another 30 on KJAM. Back in 30.
At this very moment, a team of exceptional people are at work in Madison. Their skill and compassion make a difference in so many lives. They are the team of highly trained medical professionals at the Madison Regional Health System. From emergency and surgical services to rehabilitation, our team is here for you. For over a century, the Madison Regional Health System has been providing quality, cost-effective medical care close to home. Madison Regional Health, committed to quality medical practice and high ethical standards.
And we're back to live volleyball action. We're at the Brandon Valley Gym in the Sweet 16. Dell Rapids, the number 13 seed, leads this set and leads the match. Free ball up, taken over by Jenny Giles. Set to Stofferen in the middle, and she hammers it right down in front of Jessie Giles for now a 3-point Dell Rapids advantage, 18-15. Dell Rapids on top and has that 2-0 set lead in the match. Back serving is Gordon. Anderson with a difficult thing, and Brown just backs away and hammers it out of bounds the other direction. So now it's a 19-15 advantage for Dell Rapids. Brown will be taking a seat, and in for the Bulldogs will be the sophomore, Kendra Layton. Frustration mounting for the Bulldogs. Serve comes across. Jenny Giles up. Schwabach out of the backcourt. Jessie takes the top of the net, rolls it across and down onto the Dell Rapids side. So side out Madison, 19-16. Maddie Gary takes a seat. In now to serve is Kenna Nybert for the Bulldogs. The right-handed server takes it to Klein. Fletcher sets into the middle for Stofferen. Schwabach just does a little bit of a tap, but there's a net violation on one of the Coyers. So Madison regaining a little bit of that lead, or hoping to regain a little bit of that lead as they trail 19-17. Served by Nybert. Shoot set deep out of there by Jackson. Set to Rude. She's blocked by Stofferen. Schwabach tries way outside with Giles, and the reach out by Jackson. Break for Madison. Gives them the point, and now they're down only by 1. And Nybert continuing at the service line. 19-18 Dell's lead. Serve comes across. Fletcher. Stofferen blocked nicely by Rude. Shoot set across by Fletcher.
Oh, Bulldogs thought they had that, and the official said it was on the ground. Rude really thought now
we have
a discussion. One official saw one way, and I think another clearly had a good look at the other. So we'll see if we end up redoing this point or if Dells gets the point.
It's going to be a replay. So that means that it's Bulldogs serve. Warriors lead 19-18, but it's a reserve, a replay of that point, disputed point. So 19-18, Nybert serve, comes across, high pass. Fletcher Stafford in the middle, blocked partially by Rude, and so the point does go to the Warriors. So it's a 2018 Warrior advantage. And back serving now is Fletcher, their setter. That'll leave them 3 hitters up front, with Fletcher now coming out of the back row to do the setting. Anderson pass up, saved nicely by Schwabach and just tipped over by Rude. Ball up, taken out of the backcourt in there by Jackson. Schwabach sets to Rude in the middle, and I
don't think it ever cleared.
It never cleared. It's down on the Madison side. So it's a 21-18. Took a long time for a signal to come out on that one. So Fletcher with her next serve comes across, passed up. Schwabach set to Rude, blocked partially by Stafford and Applin. So it goes out of bounds off the blockers. Madison 19, Del Rapids 21. Jenny Giles with the serve and has got to get this serve in if the Bulldogs hope to advance from here. Ball goes up, set, Stafford to the outside for Rude, and there was a block at the net. Again, another block. Rude shooting across, but she's going to be called for the double hit on that. So that will be a Warrior point. 19-22 for the Warriors advantage. And back serving for the Warriors will be Brooke Klein. Klein's serve comes across. Nybert brings it up. Back set to Rude. Blocked. Quick shoot set across by Nybert. And Nybert picks up off the shoot set the kill. So it's 20 for Madison, 22 for the Warriors. Remember the last set went 29-31. Rude with the serve. It's a deep serve brought up. Klein taken to the outside and brought over by Jackson. Schwabach up to Jessie Giles, and she takes it and runs it across the top of the ribbon. 21 for Madison, 22 for Del Rapids, and Olivia Rude at the service line. Madison's used their 2 timeouts. Del Rapids only 1. Klein with the pass up, deep backcourt hit. Schwabach sets on the outside for Jessie, and in the backcourt was Trinity Gordon. Ball probably would have gone out. She played it. So we're tied 22-22. We'll see at these ties near the end if the Bulldogs can continue to score. Rude's next serve. Up, Gordon. Set Fletcher, tapped over by Canupi. Schwabach sets on the outside for Giles, and it goes long this time. Trinity Gordon lets it go, so 22-23.
Bulldogs wanted a tip, and now one of the officials coming over to talk about it. They're keeping the call. It's Dell's point.
All right.
Madison needs an immediate side out. Can't let him go 24-22 here.
Back serving is Mariah Jackson. Jackson serve comes across. Schwabach sets on the outside for Giles. Dug out nicely in the backcourt. And we're going to have a double hit called on the Warriors.
You're kidding me. There was a double hit called?
There was a double hit called.
We've only had 70 of those in this match.
23-23. Shania Schwabach back to serve. Kendra Layton up front along with Giles and Maddie Gary. Set, taken over in there by Canupi. Gary brings it back. Klein passes up, taken on the outside, hit in there by Gordon, and it goes long.
Net violation.
And a net violation on Madison. On forced errors, huge. The Del Rapids Warriors 1 point away from punching a Sweet 16 championship, and more importantly, a trip to the State A tournament in Rapid City. Will the Bulldogs do it? Shoot set back across by Giles. They set on the outside. This is Gordon. Brings it across. Deep shoot set by Jesse Giles. Set to Canupi. Ball taken over nicely in there by Jesse Giles. Out of the backcourt, it's Russ. Set to Jesse Giles. She takes it deep. And a net violation on the Warriors. 24-24, must win by 2.
Here we go again.
2 overtime sets, free volleyball. Back serving, Jesse Giles. She's got 3 deep receivers. Giles' serve is deep. And oh my goodness, Russ with the pass back over. Up on the outside, Jenny Giles, and it goes out of bounds. Bulldogs 25, Warriors 24. Jesse Giles at the service line. Here go the ulcers. Jesse with the toss. Jesse with the serve. It's in, brought up. Set to Canupi. She passes over. Schwabach sets to Maddie Gary. Free ball back over by Gordon. Set on the outside to Jenny. And that's going to be...
Nobody's making the call.
Point for the Bulldogs.
Well, the Bulldogs are going to take the third set. They survive. I got to tell you, I thought it was all done there, Tom. But
wow.
Bulldogs survive, and there's going to be at least a fourth set here. Madison scrapes out a third set win, and they needed a, I mean, I don't know how else to say it. That the officials have really controlled this game, and so go figure, it would be a call by an official that determines the point that wins that set.
Yep.
Because, I mean, there have been so many points that have been determined by the officials in this match. It, of course, comes down to that, and now they're huddling up. Nobody saw that cleanly. Who was going to get that? I really thought we were going to replay that.
I thought it was going to be out of bounds, and it was going to point.
I think that's what it was.
And the point would have gone to Dell's, but it's what it's called, and that's
right.
what we stick with.
Madison's going to take the break. They're going to take the set. It's a 2-1 set lead for Dell's. Fourth set coming back in 1 minute here on KJAM.
It's here, the store-wide sale at Stan's men's and women's apparel in downtown Madison. Your chance to save up to 50% store-wide and get that Christmas shopping started. You can get men's Chaps flannel shirts for $36.97 and Lucky jeans for men for $69.97. Women's rack of silver jeans are 50% off and save 20% off men's and women's Columbia. This sale is going to end on November 12th, so stop down and check out the store-wide sale at Stan's in downtown Madison, now open Sundays noon to 4.
Think about all the things that go into a home: work, time, and of course money. The last thing a person should worry about is electrical problems with their home. Trust the licensed, insured, and guaranteed service at Bob's Electric in Madison and Canova for all of your new or existing service upgrades, lighting, fixtures, and ceiling fans, farm, residential, and commercial service. 24-hour emergency service only at Bob's Electric. Call 1-800-475-3006 and talk to your friends at Bob's Electric. Bob's Electric, where friendly, dependable service is an assurance.
Welcome back to Dakota's Best. It is AM 1390 KJAM. Also, those of you joining us on our video stream at AmazingMadison.com. Del Rapids Warriors took the first set in this match, 25-19. They took the second set, 31-29. Bulldogs faced an elimination point in the third set, but came back for the 26-24 win as we move now to the fourth set. The Del Rapids Warriors will be serving to start this fourth set. Again, they're up 2-1, just needing to put away this set or perhaps a fifth to move on to the state tournament. It'll be Trinity Gordon back to serve here for Del Rapids. Madison at the net, Schwabach, Gary, Rude with Jesse Giles, Jenny Giles, and Anderson in the back row. Schwabach going to set for Olivia. Olivia with a big hit, but a dig by the Warriors. And a free ball just barely sent across. Schwabach shoots it over on the first hit. Down the middle it goes for Stoffren. Blocked back by the Bulldogs, and they'll get the point. Stoffren's big hit was blocked back by Olivia Rude. And eventually down for a Madison point. 1-0 Bulldogs here in this fourth set on the Sunshine Foods scoreboard. Kenna Nybert will go back to serve. Nybert serves across to Klein. Set left side for Jackson. Jackson over the block. Giles off her hands and out of play. And it's a 1-1 tie as Hannah Fletcher, the setter, will go back to serve here for Dell Rapids. Early in the fourth set, tied at 1. Serve goes to Anderson. Anderson sends it up Schwabach, and from the back row hit Giles. Here it comes. Overhand pass once, now twice, and a free ball across. Jessie sets it up. Now here's Rude. Rude just got it across. Stopper and sends it back. Rude gets it back across off the hands of Klein and down for the point. And a 2-1 Madison lead. Here at Brandon Valley High School, the site of this Sweet 16 matchup. And it has been a dogfight between the Couriers and the Bulldogs. Jenny Giles with the serve to Klein, who backpedals and sends it up. Down the middle, Stoffer and through the double block attempt and down for the kill. Rude and Jessie had set up at the front of the net, but Stoffren found the opening between the two of them, and now she will check out here, replaced by Jada Kanupi. Klein to serve for the Dell Rapids Couriers to Nybert. Schwabach sets on the side for Giles. Giles overpass across and out of play, and Madison will get the point. 3-2. That was Jessie Giles with the kill there for the Bulldogs, and sends Olivia Rude back to serve. Along with Gary, Schwabach, and Jessie Giles at the front. Rude with the serve. Fletcher comes in, sets it left side for Jackson, who'll hit it across deep, and Olivia Rude plays it to Schwabach, backpedaling Jessie Giles, who mistimed her jump, but got it across. Set left side for Jackson now. Jackson over the block. Maybe should have let that one go, Olivia Rude, but she tipped it. And it'll tie things up here at 3 apiece in our fourth set. And send Mariah Jackson back to serve for Dell Rapids. And Jackson served to Jessie Giles. Schwabach runs in, sends it right back to Jessie. Blocked deep back for the Bulldogs. Schwabach gives Jessie another run at it. She'll shoot, set it across right on the line. That was beautiful. And a point for Madison makes it 4-3 here in this fourth set. Again, what a match this has been. Dells took the first set 25-19. Bulldogs led 24-15 in the second set. Couldn't put it away. Lost 31-29 in that second. 4-3 they serve here in the fourth set. Backpedal hit by Grisham. And down the middle comes Kanupi. Kanupi right in front of Jenny Giles. And down for the kill. We're tied at 4. Sends Grisham back to serve. Grisham, a sophomore. Sends it across and deep and long. First service error we've had in a while. That was the theme of the first set. Second set, there were a few of them. I don't know if I had more than one or two in that. I don't even know if we had one in that third.
We had one by Madison.
One by Madison in the third set, and now here one in the fourth. 5-4. Madison leads. Jessie Giles to serve for the Bulldogs. Gets it across to Ruse. Her hit a little bit off the line, and so the free ball attempt by Fletcher goes out of play. And Madison at 6-4 will send Jessie back to serve once again here for the Bulldogs. Jessie with the hit. Ooh, little knuckleball miss hit by Ruse. And free ball. Fletcher overhand pass sends it across. Jessie is there. Schwabach going to set it up for Jenny Giles. Makes a beautiful hit right in front of Ruse. And the Bulldogs have opened up a 4-point lead here in our fourth set. They lead 7-4. Jessie will serve again for the Bulldogs. As it angles off to the right, it's played by Klein now. Klein up to the front. Blocked back by Gary for the Bulldogs. Klein shoots it across. Giles comes in. Schwabach keeps it alive, sets up for Gary. Gary, nice hit across to the right. Dells keeps it alive, but hits it out of bounds. And now a 4-point lead. And a timeout taken by Dell Rapids. 8-4 Madison, fourth set. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside. We'll be back in 30 seconds on KJAM.
Bring your friends, bring your family to Stadium Sports Grill in downtown Madison. Stadium Sports Grill is 18 flat screen TV, so you never miss any of your favorite team's game action, pool tables, and a full menu of great food and your favorite cold beverage on tap. Stadium Sports Grill also has 50-cent wing Wednesdays from 5 to 10 p.m., a breakfast buffet on Saturday only, and starting September 7th, Stadium Sports Grill will have a tailgate bar every Sunday. Stadium Sports Grill, your home for great food, cold drinks, and your favorite sports team.
An 8-4 Madison lead in the fourth set. Warriors lead 2-1. Jesse Giles serving here for the Madison Bulldogs. After the Dell Rapids timeout, trying to keep the momentum alive. She will with an ace. Jesse Giles with the ace and a 5-point Madison lead here, trying to seize the momentum in this fourth set. As we get a rogue ball on the floor, they'll clear it. And Jesse will serve again. It's a shorter serve this time, fielded by Gordon. Down the middle comes a hit, Canupi, and it's off the hands of Gary. And down for a point for Dell Rapids. Side out ends the run, but a 4-point Madison lead at 9-5. 9-5 Dell Rapids Warriors. Serving, Bulldogs have the lead. Canupi serves to Jesse Giles. And set for Jenny now. She angles one over. Canupi sends it across. Oh, there's the hit finally by Dell. Schwabach deep shoot set to the right side. And good save by Dell Rapids. Stoffern down the middle. Goes deep and hits it long. And the point goes back to the Bulldogs here at 10-5. Warriors thought it was tipped at the net. No such luck. Bulldogs get the point. And the serve will be coming from the sophomore Morgan Anderson. Played much better in the fourth set, but she has struggled with the serves tonight. She punches this one across nicely. And attempted hit back across. Rude sent it back. Now it shoots it across by the Bulldogs. Left side. Here comes a hit from Gordon. Blocked down and down for a point for the Warriors, off the hands of Olivia Rude. And Gordon goes back to serve for the Dell Rapids Warriors. Trinity Gordon, she's a 5'7" senior. Big knee brace on the right knee, and she serves. Jesse Giles passes up. Schwabach, big hit, Rude, and down for the kill. And Olivia winds up like that, and you can start writing it pretty quick.
And that's what the Bulldogs did not do in those early sets, Matt.
Yeah. No, and from Olivia, I mean, she was trying to guide it. You said it. Yeah. She was trying to go over into the side. Nybert, short serve. Klein sets it up. Down for Stoffern. Stoffern tip. And the Bulldogs keep it alive. Jesse stumbled and couldn't get there. It was off the hands of Anderson. Kept it alive momentarily. If Jesse had maintained her footing, she may have been able to get to it. Instead, it's a point for the Dell Rapids Warriors, and it's 11-7 as Dell sends Fletcher back to serve again. 4-point Madison lead here in the fourth set. Fletcher's serve to Anderson. Schwabach will set, big hit, Olivia Rude, and nothing you can do about that one. And it's 12-7. Doing a good job of getting them moving to one side and hitting it back the other way against the grain. 12-7 Bulldogs lead. Jenny Giles will be the server now for Madison. Gordon passes up. Fletcher sets it for Stoffern. Kept alive by Nybert. Up in the air, free ball, and Nybert will send it across. Klein to Fletcher. She shoots, sets it. Jenny Giles is there. And now shoot across by the Bulldogs. Fletcher sets it up short. Stoffern tip to the net. Anderson will keep it alive. For Jenny Schwabach. Now to Jesse Giles, and Giles just mistimed the jump again and came up empty on the swing. And it is 12-8. Madison still with the lead here. And Brooke Klein, the libero for the Warriors in the orange jersey, will serve. Nybert up for Schwabach. Back sets Olivia Rude, and right down the line it goes. And Olivia starting to feel it here for the Bulldogs. They just need to keep feeding the NSU recruit. Rude will go back to serve, leading 13-8 here in the fourth set. Rude serves to the libero Klein. Fletcher back sets Coopy down the middle, and the call is net violation.
Yep.
On Dell Rapids. 14-8, Madison with the lead, and Olivia will serve again. Rude winds and delivers, nearly an ace, but Klein just barely kept that one off the floor. Here comes the hit across. Rude hits it high in the air, then the pass goes over. to Klein. Short set for Canopy, and she'll get it through for the kill. 14-9. But the Madison Bulldogs been doing a good job of just letting Dells get 1 point at a time here, getting the side outs right away. Let's see if that can continue as Jackson with the hit. Jenny Giles passes up. Schwabach to Jesse. Jesse off the hands of Canopy and out of play, and they do just that. The quick side out, and Madison back on to serve. Nybert out, and Maddie Gary. Or pardon me, that's Kendra Layton.
Yep.
Kendra Layton in for the Bulldogs here. It's Layton, Gary, and Jesse Giles on the floor, along with Jenny Schwabach and Anderson. Schwabach serves. Nice short serve again. Dells recovers. Gordon blocked back, and then it's a block by Gary for the point. And it's 16-9. Madison trying to roll through this fourth set and move on to a fifth. Some work yet to do. Schwabach with the serve. Off to the right, she angles it. Grissom with the ball. Gary knocks it down, and another point for Maddie at the net. And a timeout by Dells. 17-9, Madison with the lead. Timeout Dell Rapids, back in 30 seconds on KJAM.
Trust your farming operation with the locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. With their state-of-the-art facility, Farmers Ag Center offers trusted advice when it comes to fertilizer, seed, and crop protection products. Area producers can expect accurate and timely advice, including efficient delivery and application of products during all seasons. Locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. The leaders in the field, the leaders in customer service, proud to serve area farmers and proud to support area communities.
17-9, Madison Bulldogs with the lead. Shania Schwabach to serve here for the Bulldogs. After the Dell Rapids Warriors took their second timeout of the set, Mackenzie Grisham was subbed out. She wasn't really sure she was. She comes to the bench kind of shrugging her shoulders. Schwabach to serve off to the right side, and it goes out. So the timeout maybe buys Dells a point there. And it's 17-10 now, and there's that freshman, Sam Price, the 5'6" freshman, in to serve here in the fourth set. Jenny Giles sets for Schwabach, backs at Jesse Giles. Klein passes up near the net, sent across, shoots it deep. Schwabach will send it over. And another Madison point makes it 18-10. And now Jesse Giles will go back to serve. Giles down the middle, angles it to the right side, and she just missed that back corner. And the service error on the Bulldogs. 18-11 now. Bulldogs with the lead. Canopy back on to serve. Jada Canopy off the ribbon and sent across by the Bulldogs. One hit back by Dells. Now it'll be a shoot set from Jesse Giles. And left side, here comes Gordon with the hit. Through again, it got a piece of the Bulldogs and Jesse Giles and out of play. And a point for Dells. It's 18-12 now. Bulldogs still with the 6-point lead, but you've seen Dells have big runs in this match. Madison needs to get that serve back. Gary now for Layton. Layton goes left side on the line, and Layton will get the kill. Kendra, the 5'8" sophomore, came in and has played well here. She'll stay on the floor now that Olivia Rude comes in. Anderson with the serve for the Bulldogs at 19-12. And a big hit by Stoffren. Quickly gets that side out. 19-13. Bulldogs with the lead. And now Trinity Gordon back to serve again for Dell Rapids. Gordon to Jenny Giles. Schwabach. Well, she'll go right to Olivia Rude off the net. No, off the block. Shoots it across. Schwabach, and they'll get another Madison point. It was blocked back by the Warriors, but Schwabach was right there. And the second time in this set, she's done a deep shoot set to get Madison a point on that first hit. Nybert goes back to serve. 20-13, Madison with the lead. Nybert with the serve. Back to the back line. It's too long. And another service error, second of this set for the Bulldogs. 20-14. Fletcher back to serve for Dell Rapids. 6-point Madison lead in the fourth set. Jesse Giles passes up Schwabach to Olivia Rude. Send it long. And 20-15 now. Again, the Bulldogs trail 2-1. All that Dells needs to do is get a set here either in the fourth or should we have a fifth? Fletcher with the serve. Bulldogs backs it. Olivia Rude dumps it across. Warriors keep it alive, send it over. Jesse Giles to Schwabach. Backs it. Olivia Rude. Klein right there. Off the light hit. Left side for Jackson. Tipped at the net. Nybert keeps it alive. Schwabach up near the net. Sent back by Dells. And now again, Anderson to Nybert. And Jesse Giles will shoot it across. Fletcher up in the air. Off the ribbon goes the hit from Stoffren and down for another Dells point. Here they come again. 20-16. Madison leading. Dells coming back. Timeout Madison. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more of the fourth set. Back in 30 on KJAM.
When your dashboard is lighting up with cautions and warnings and that check engine light comes on, the time is now to get your vehicle checked at Rogers Service and Exhaust Pros. The light could just be the beginning of a much bigger problem. Let Roger and Travis, the experienced technicians at Rogers Service, diagnose the problem and have you back on the road with a reliable vehicle. No matter what type of car you have, Roger and Travis at Rogers Service have the knowledge and experience you can trust. Bring your vehicle to Rogers Service and Exhaust Pros today. Southwest 4th Street in Madison. Rogers Service, proud to sponsor the Madison Bulldogs.
Dell's trying to come back in the fourth set. Fletcher serves down 4, and the timeout buys Madison a point this time. And it's 21-16 off the miss hit on the serve by Fletcher. Jenny Giles to serve for the Madison Bulldogs, up 5 here in the fourth set, trying to force a fifth. Jenny with the serve. Late dive in by the Warriors. They keep it alive, set it up. Klein, free ball across. Nybert bumps it up for Schwabach. Schwabach for Rude. Blocked back by Stoffer and shoots it across by Schwabach again. Fletcher sets it over, and it comes across. Nybert with it. Schwabach now for Jesse Giles. Blocked up in the air on the Warriors side. Can they get it across? Free ball coming from Klein. Here it is. Jenny receives it for Rude. Rude with the kill. 22-16 here in the fourth set. That ball, by the way, off the one-hop bounce was caught by Mike Rickey. Over in the corner, coach is here along with Bud Postma. Jenny Giles serves up 22-16. Short serve, it's an ace. 23-16. Madison wants a fifth set. 2 points away from getting that. Jenny Giles, the senior, to serve again here for the Bulldogs. Jenny bumped up by Grissom to the front of the net, tipped across Stofford off the hands of Nybert and down. And that stops the run. It's 23-17. Dells will serve. Back is the libero, Brooke Klein. She steps way over to the left. And the right-hander with the jump serve to Nybert. Nybert up to Schwabach. Schwabach sets it for Jesse Giles, and it's long. 23-18. I would remind you, Madison had Dells 24-15 in the second set. Couldn't put them away. Here they lead 23-18. Klein will serve again. Anderson. Schwabach sets for Rude. Off the block and out of play. A point for Madison. 24-18. Madison a point away from a fifth set.
But Olivia Rude goes to the back goal.
Yes, indeed. Olivia Rude to serve. Rude with the hit. Klein, rather, sets it up. Left side for Jackson. Jackson through the double block and down for the kill. And it's 24-19. Mariah Jackson, the junior, to serve. Jackson to Nybert. Giles sets for Jesse. Flies in, misses it deep. 24-20. Is it possible the Bulldogs could be up, say, 24-18 again and not be able to put it away? 2 times in a match? Jackson serves. Jenny Giles for Schwabach. For Jesse. On the line this time. And the Bulldogs take the fourth set. 25-20. And a fifth set is coming up here in Brandon Valley. Madison really had the lead, I think, almost the entire way. It was a, what was the last Courier lead?
There was a tie at 4-4.
Yeah, Courier's never had it. Never had a lead in that one.
No.
Last tie was 4-4, and Madison led all the way from there on out. So the Bulldogs now will head to a fifth set. We got to have a little coin toss here to see who's going to get served.
In this fifth set, now it's interesting. It only goes to 15 points.
Early momentum's key.
Very definitely. They'll have a coin toss, and that coin toss will determine whether you can serve or receive or which side you want. Now, you may say, what difference does it make in a side? Well, in Madison's case and Dell's, they both won on both sides.
Right.
But sometimes you'll see that you can only seem to win on one side. It's not the wind. It's not the sun. It's just the momentum of things. So
Madison, I think, won the toss, and I believe is going to serve.
And so they'll be coming down to this end where they won. So Bulldogs battled hard. Set number 3 and set number 4. We'll see if they can get that fast start, Matt, that you were talking about.
We'll find out. We'll be back in a minute here with the fifth set of the Sweet 16. Back in 1 minute on KJAM.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in seed technology, as well as plant protection and nutrition. Wilbur Ellis, located in Chester, South Dakota, providing As Grow and DeKalb brands, various field applications, and local plot data, can provide you with expert advice for your acres. Grow smart and reduce loss. Let Wilbur Ellis address your challenges. Contact your Wilbur Ellis representative at 489-2171. At Wilbur Ellis, they never stop looking ahead.
Your credit union is serious about getting you into your new home to the tune of $1,500 serious. A friendly and experienced loan officer at Dakota Land Federal Credit Union is prepared to take $1,500 off the closing costs on the purchase of your next home. Not buying, but have plans to refinance your current home? Great. How about $750 off your closing costs when you refinance? Some restrictions do apply. Good for limited time only. Apply online at dakotalandfcu.com or call for details today.
Well, ready to start the fifth set. Dells took the first 2. Madison takes the next 2 sets. And here we are in Brandon Valley High School in the Sweet 16. A winner-take-all fifth set. Winner goes on to the state Class A volleyball tournament next weekend in Rapid City. From the Helena broadcast booth, I'm Matt Gross. Alongside me, Tom Farrell, who's got the call of this fifth and decisive set.
As we said, we're knotted 2 apiece. This one only goes to 15 points. Teams are on the court. Fans are getting into it. Fans are actually on their feet for both Dell Rapids and Madison. Shania Schwebach around trying to get her team fired up.
And meanwhile, Coach Craneville just walked by and said, communicate. Keep talking. Keep talking.
So excitement plus, both Libros waiting to come in. Brooke Klein in the orange for the Couriers.
The only people sitting right now are the Bulldog statisticians because they need to sit to right, but they are nervously shaking over there.
So we're ready to get this fifth set. Ticket to Rapid City for the State A tournament. Sweet 16 competition, Madison, Dell Rapids, 2 apiece. And it's Morgan Anderson back with the serve for the Bulldogs. Her serve is good. Fletcher sets on the outside. Blocked at the net by the Bulldogs. Up, and that's going to be taken out of bounds on the hit in there by Stoffer. So Madison in this fifth set, 1, Dell Rapids 0. Anderson back for another opportunity at the service line. Nice floating serve brought up. Fletcher comes to Stofferin, and that's going to be 4 hits as it hits the top of the ribbon. Stofferin asking for a touch on the block, but it was not present. So the Bulldogs 2, the Couriers 0, and Anderson with 1 more serve. Comes to the other side, and that's over. Jenny Giles up and nails it down. 3-0 Madison advantage. You do get 2 timeouts, even though it only goes to 15, and Dell Rapids will use their first of 2. And I'm going to say we keep it here, Matt.
We can do that. We can keep it right here.
I think we've sold enough commercials tonight, probably. You know,
this might be a good time to remind everybody that if Madison wins this 5th set, we'll have the broadcast for you next week out in Rapid City. Madison plays some exciting volleyball if you're just joining us.
No timeout. It was a substitution instead.
Okay.
So it's a 3-0 Madison lead. Anderson with the serve. She handles that time nice, and a shoot set out of the back in there by the Coyers Roos, and Madison 4, Del Rapids 0.
We talked about that early momentum. Bulldogs grabbed it.
Anderson with another serve. This popped up. Fletcher comes to the outside, taken in there by Gordon, blocked by the Bulldogs. Fletcher, deep set back. Schwabach sets to Rude. And we've got a net violation on the Coyers as Rude's hit goes long. So that'll be another point for the Madison Bulldogs, who now lead this 5th and deciding set 5-0. Morgan Anderson next serve. It's a short serve, handled well. Fletcher brings it up. Gordon tops it over. Schwabach over to Jenny Giles. Up. Fletcher takes it out again, this time to Gordon. Blocked by Rude. Back on to Ruse and out of bounds off of her. So Madison up 6-0 in this 5th and deciding set. Anderson, who struggled in that first set with the serves, doing a great job here. Dump set across by Fletcher. Schwabach does the same. Over to Gordon this time, and that one goes halfway to the end of the basketball court for a 7-0, and that will definitely be a timeout for the Coyers, so we'll take 30 on KJAM. Back in 30.
Animal Clinic, TLAC.
With Frontline, fleas and ticks will take a back seat to your pet. Frontline is the leading parasite control, available at Twin Lakes Animal Clinic. Mosquito-transmitted disease is controlled with HeartGuard. And don't forget to have heartworm testing done, along with updating your pet's rabies vaccine. Frontline, buy 6 and get 2 free. Twin Lakes Animal Clinic in Madison and Howard.
We're back to live action here at the Brandon Valley Gym, Sweet 16. Anderson serve climbs up and over. Stofferen saved out of the backcourt by Jessie Giles. She recovers up, but the backcourt hit by the Coyers goes into the backcourt, and Giles unable to play it. But a 7-1 advantage for Madison, and Trinity Gordon, the senior, back to serve. She lines up in the middle. Right-handed serve comes across. Jessie passes up. Set to Rude, partially blocked by Stofferen, kept in play, and taken across by Klein. Schwabach, Rude up over Stofferen for another point, and trying to keep it in play, giving it absolutely everything with the pancake was Trinity Gordon, but not enough as the Bulldogs pick up the 8-1 lead in this 5th and deciding set. Nybert's serve is across, service ace, as Gordon and Klein collide trying to play it. So Madison now has a 9-1 lead. We'll take another 30 seconds, back in 30.
Our district would like to wish the Madison Bulldogs good luck this season. This is Casey Crabtree, Heartland's Director of Economic Development. I'm excited to work with businesses here in Madison to help them grow and thrive. If you're looking to expand your business or are in need of low-interest financing, give me a call at 256-6536. Heartland is proud to deliver reliable energy and services to the city of Madison. We believe in the power of forward thinking and want to be your trusted community partner and leader in our industry. Good luck, Bulldogs.
And we're back to live action. Nybert's serve kept in play. Free ball across by Stofferen. Jessie Giles up. Sets on the outside to Jenny Giles. Jenny picks up the kill off the Stofferen and Fletcher block. 10-1. Madison 5 points away from the come-behind victory to move on in the Sweet 16 to the state tournament. Serve by Nybert is in. Ball was up and blocked by Rude off the hit in there of Jackson, goes out of bounds. So that'll be a point and a side out for the Coyers. Back serving for Del Rapids is Hannah Fletcher, their setter. Stofferen still in the front row for the Coyers. Comes and goes long. on there, so that'll be a point for the Bulldogs. 11-2 Madison. Jenny Giles in the back row to serve for Madison. 2 deep receivers for the Warriors. Nice serve by Giles, brought up Fletcher to Stoffer and kept in play nicely by Anderson. Jenny Giles, free ball back over by Schwebach. Fletcher sets to Stoffer and blocked at the net. Anderson again there to cover. They go to Jesse on the outside, tipped back into the deep court. Fletcher outside, partially blocked was Jackson's hit. Schwebach tries Rude in the middle, and she hammers it down for the 12th point of this 5th and deciding set. Madison 12, Dell Rapids 2. Go to 15 is all, and next serve across off the top of the ribbon, and a service ace for the Bulldogs. Jenny Giles, 13 for Madison, 2 for the Warriors. You can feel the momentum now on the Bulldog side. Next serve comes across deep into the backcourt, up, back set, and that's going to be 4 hits as the Warriors were unable to set it and bring it across. So 1 point away for the Bulldogs from a trip, 2nd year in a row, to the State A tournament out of the Sweet 16. It's Jenny Giles' serve. Fletcher with the set on the outside in there for the Warriors, and ball by Schwebach comes back over and out of bounds. So Dell Rapids lives for another serve and an opportunity. They have made tremendous rallies all throughout this match. So Klein's serve comes across.
No, it
and
does
goes
not.
into the net, and it's a service error. So on a service error, the Madison Bulldogs will be going to the State A tournament for the 2nd year in a row. They took the hard and the high road this year, Matt.
That is the craziest volleyball match I've ever seen. I mean, that is just flat out the craziest volleyball match I've ever seen. I mean, it involved a 11-point comeback, a 10-point comeback to tie the second set, then a 31-29 second set, a third set in which Madison faced an elimination point. I mean, they were done. They faced a 24-23 point, came back, ended up getting the 26-24 win on a strange point that nobody seemed to know what would happen. And after about a 10-second break, they gave the point to the Bulldogs, and then they run away with it, 15-3 in the 5th set. I mean, that's just craziness. And you know, at the adjustment that Coach Craneville made personnel-wise, made a difference in this one. Whatever adjustment Morgan Anderson played, because she had a rough couple of first sets and played out of her mind starting the 3rd set, getting to some balls. This was an incredible win for the Bulldogs, who are on to the state tournament almost inexplicably here tonight.
Very definitely, Matt. You know, and I guess if you call turnabout fair play, remember how the Warriors advanced to this. They were down by 2 in their District 3A semifinal match against Baltic, and then they came on through and won the last 3 to come here to the Sweet 16. So, you know, they've seen both sides of it this year.
Absolutely they have. Madison getting their medals right now, and they'll get a Sweet 16 trophy, and they'll get a trip out to Rapid City next week. All 3 tournaments are at the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center next week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Bulldogs, I'll have to do some digging here during the break and see some of the scores. Bulldogs will be at least the 4 seed. Could move up depending on how things play out, particularly in that Belfouche and Winter game. So I'll see if I can find a final on that. But we will be there. We'll have volleyball coming your way next week right here on AM 1390 KJAM, as the Bulldogs are going to get their trophy here. Bud Postma handing it off to Coach Jill Craneville. And the Bulldogs, for the 2nd consecutive year, first time in school history, it'll be 2 straight trips to the state tournament for the Bulldog volleyball team. Sweet 16 has been awfully sweet to Madison.
Very definitely has been good to them. they had to work tonight. This was only the second time all season that the Bulldogs have had a 5-set match.
Yeah.
Both of them they came out and won, but this is certainly going to be a big advantage to them, I think, as they go into the tournament. And here come the fans to welcome the MHS team on their victory tonight. It was doom and gloom in those first 2 sets, definitely for the Bulldogs. Cannot say enough good things about the way Dell Rapids came in, because we have to remember that just a couple of weeks ago, Madison and Dell Rapids played in their regular season DAC 12 match, and Madison pretty much handled them in that case 25-19, 25-18, 25-11. Stofferin was amazing for the Warriors tonight with the number of hits that she was able to get. And they just battled and battled and battled in those first 3 sets. I think that third set may have taken a little bit of wind out of their sails, as that last point was a tough one to determine who actually ended up with that. And then, of course, the Bulldogs in that 5th set just definitely put her on cruise control and took that one away on a 15-3 score.
We got more to come your way in the Mustang Seeds postgame show. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. More of your Mustang Seeds postgame show next in 2 minutes here on KJAM.
Mustang Seeds, your proven leader with proven performance for over 53 years. Providing top-notch service that area producers have come to expect, Mustang Seeds provides the service and products to maximize yields and quality harvest. Mustang Seeds is the best choice for having your farming operations succeed. Contact your seed expert today at Mustang Seeds, 605-256-6529, or online at mustangseeds.com.
You can count on our seeds year after year, planting your future. Mustang Seeds.
Carter Williams Insurance in Madison would like to wish the Madison Bulldogs good luck in this game and the best of luck to all student athletes at Madison High School. Project your tomorrow. Trust Carter Williams Insurance with all your insurance needs. Carter Williams Insurance is a proud supporter of the Madison community and the Madison Bulldogs. Carter Williams Insurance, your #1 Bulldog fan.
At this very moment, a team of exceptional people are at work in Madison. Their skill and compassion make a difference in so many lives. They are the team of highly trained medical professionals at the Madison Regional Health System. From emergency and surgical services to rehabilitation, our team is here for you. For over a century, the Madison Regional Health System has been providing quality, cost-effective medical care close to home. Madison Regional Health, committed to quality medical practice and high ethical standards.
It's here, the store-wide sale at Stan's men's and women's apparel in downtown Madison. Your chance to save up to 50% store-wide and get that Christmas shopping started. You can get men's Chops flannel shirts for $36.97 and Lucky jeans for men for $69.97. Women's rack of silver jeans are 50% off and save 20% off men's and women's Columbia. This sale is going to end on November 12th, so stop down and check out the store-wide sale at Stan's in downtown Madison, now open Sundays noon to 4.
Welcome back here to Dakota's Best, AM 1390 KJAM, and welcome into the Mustang Seeds post-game show, brought to you by Mustang Seeds, a family-owned company that's earned a reputation of excellent service and proven performance for over 50 years. The Bulldogs are going to take a picture right now. Coach Chilgrad was like, "Can I be in it?" I was like, "Yeah, go be in the picture before you come up here."
You and I will never run out of things to talk about.
No, we'll be fine. Bulldogs taking their picture right now, and the Bulldogs. I mean, this was crazy. They lose the first, a good first set. Madison really struggled on the service line, made a lot of unforced errors in the opening set in the 25-19 loss, and then looked like they had put it back in. Okay, we got this. We're up, 24-15. Madison's going to win the set, and then just the wheels fell off. It turns into a 31-29 Warrior win. Madison comes back for a 26-24 win. They faced a match point in the third set, gets the win there, a 25-20 win. They had a lead all the way through the fourth set, although it was never big. win 25-20, and then the fifth set comes along, and they just demolish their way to the 15-13 win. And some other scores are starting to come in here and finding their way to us anyway to determine kind of who's going to be the other teams at this state tournament. We've got our Rapid City Christian. There's your perhaps the upset. We'll have to see, although there's another match that's in the fifth set right now.
Right. Rapid City Christian came through. We don't have scores on that, but they're the number 12 seed, and they beat number 5 Miller. Dakota Valley handled Elk Point Jefferson in 3-0. And Parker was the winner over Redfield Dolan. That was the number 7 winning over a number 10. And then reports that we have is Belfouchen winner. That one's going on out in Wall, is tied at 2 apiece. And, of course, that's an interesting one for the Bulldogs, because if Belfouche does go down, that will move the Bulldogs into the number 3 seed, which would put them in the bottom portion of the bracket and have them playing in the evening on Thursday anyway. The other scores that we haven't heard anything yet on Sioux Falls Christian Mobridge Pollock. I'm assuming that one is over.
Yeah, I would guess.
And that probably went to Sioux Falls Christian on there. But and I haven't heard anything yet on the Sioux Valley Pine Ridge. It was going on. That was a 6:30 start out in Chamberlain.
McCook was 2-1 with the set lead on Groton at the last check-in. There is Coach Craneville has run up the stairs here.
A little winded.
That was one of the wildest volleyball matches I think anybody has ever seen.
Name for it.
You, I guess you guys wanted to outdo yourself in the Christian game in the state tournament.
Yeah.
The second set. I mean, to come back from that had to be so deflating to the girls to be up 24-15.
Or was it 15?
It was 24-15.
Oh, perfect.
Okay. And you,
awesome.
You lose that one 31-29.
Yes, one ball.
But they came back from that, which is remarkable.
They could have just given up and been done. And again, the next one was 26-24. And I knew if we got, obviously we had to get game 3, but if we came out swinging game 4, if we took it to 5, I knew the girls could finish, and I knew they had it in them. Credit to Dells, though. They came out and they played some really good volleyball. They were digging up balls and making us work for every point. We couldn't get in sync right away. But again, kudos to Dells because they had a nice match tonight.
Very definitely. We talked about that, and how they never gave up, and that's tough because you had pretty much whooped them, during the regular season match and things, and they didn't let that in any way interfere with them.
No, like I told the girls, they're coming in with absolutely nothing to lose, but we have a lot to prove, and we didn't come out proving much right away, but they came out playing like they didn't have anything to lose, and I mean, but I was proud of our girls to come back. Those were all some very tight sets, and so a lot of volleyball played tonight.
Well, very definitely, and what they did, they were able to take you out in those first couple of sets of your game.
Yeah.
You were forced to simply pass, and there was some tighter calls on the officiating than what we've seen all season. And
no comment.
And I can.
Yeah, you can. I can't.
Did they fine you in high school? Is it like the pros? No.
I can, but and again, I think that's one of the things we battle in volleyball right now is the consistency of calls from official to official. Because hardly in that championship match in our district did we have anything called.
We had none called, and that's the hard part because once you start calling it, you've got to continue.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it just gets ugly. And the girls, I just simply said, only Shania can set the ball, and that's what we did. And it ended up working for us eventually in the end.
Right, and it was both teams.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't one-sided. It was definitely both sides. It's just that it just takes a lot out of the girls.
One player, I thought your sophomore libero, Anderson, looked like a sophomore in the first couple sets, and then played out of her mind the start in the third set.
The thing is, what I had to I kept telling myself is Morgan's never been in this situation. No. Everybody else out on that court has been here last year. She was new to this, and so I'm sure she was nervous. But she came out. I pulled her for a little bit and had Maddie go in there, and she came out and she got 2 amazing digs. And from then on, she just kept pushing forward. So she did a nice job defensively for us, once she got relaxed and ready to play.
Belfouche won, so pulled out that 5th set. So you'll be the 4 seed.
All right.
Don't know that it matters very much.
No,
Just go out there and play.
It doesn't matter who we play. We're there.
That's right. Yeah, you're there, and now at least something like you said, other than one player, something that your team is used to now. I mean, to an extent,
Right.
as much as you can be used to this. It's not a new experience, and they know what the goal is and what they're capable of achieving.
Yeah, we definitely fell just a little bit short last year, and the girls are ready to come back and finish business.
All right.
Well, I think your big takeaway tonight is what you proved you could do in that 5th set.
Exactly.
You came out, you took care of business, and put everything behind you and played Bulldog volleyball.
We did. And the girls, that's the one thing they didn't look back, and they went out swinging. They weren't playing afraid. They were just taking it to them, and I couldn't be more proud of what these girls have accomplished so far this year, but I'm definitely not ready to be done.
Sounds good. Well,
we won't even congratulate you on a good season, Coach.
Okay, thank you.
We'll see you in Rapid next
Sounds
week.
good, thanks.
That's Madison head coach Joe Cradiville with us here in our Mustang Seeds post-game show. Yes, the Bulldogs are off to Rapid. They will be the 4 seed. That means an early evening first match on Thursday, right?
No, that means...
is that the afternoon one?
I happen to have the
brackets. I don't have the
brackets.
bracket, and I didn't remember it.
All right, so the number 4 seed will play...
yeah, you're okay.
Yep. Number 4 will
the
play...
late afternoon game.
Yeah, we'll play at 1:45 Mountain Time, and they'll play the number 5 seed.
Yes.
And that could be all topsy-turvy because of that.
Yeah, it might be Sioux Valley. If we haven't seen the score there, if Sioux Valley wins today, it would be Sioux Valley. If not, it could slip all the way to Parker.
Yep. And if that Rapid City Christian score is accurate, we saw that on Twitter. We didn't see a score, but if that one is accurate. But you know what? By midnight, it'll all be out in the brackets.
Yeah, we'll have everything out. Well, we know the Madison Bulldogs are going to Rapid. Hey, Chester area is going to Rapid City this year. So a good representation for the Lake County teams out in Rapid City this year. We will be out in Rapid, a Thursday afternoon game. We'll have it right here on AM 1390, KJAM. No video stream out there. South Dakota Public Broadcasting gets the rights to everything, but we'll be there with the game for you right here on AM 1390, KJAM on Thursday. Tom, it's been a wild one here tonight, but the Bulldogs get the win, and it'll be an interesting and fun bus ride home.
Very definitely, and congratulations to both of these teams to get to the Sweet 16. And every fan here had something to cheer about tonight.
They certainly did. We hope you had fun cheering on with the Bulldogs here tonight. Our next broadcast of Bulldog Sports is on Saturday, a state championship game at 1 o'clock in the Dakota Dome on Saturday afternoon here on AM 1390. Then Thursday we'll have Bulldog volleyball for you from the state tournament. That's going to do it for the broadcast here today. Thanks to Chris Carper engineering the game back at the KJAM studios. Thank you to all of you for listening and watching here with us tonight. Tom, thank you, and hopefully we'll see you out there in a week or so.
Hopefully we'll see you.
Madison
Duty calls.
Duty calls for Tom. We'll hope the weather will cooperate with everything, and we'll be out there next Thursday. And until then, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great rest of your Tuesday night.
Tonight's Bulldog volleyball match has been brought to you by the KJAM Sports Boosters. For more scores, log on to AmazingMadison.com.